Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, Adrian here. Welcome back to the Twitch channel here for another Tuesday side quest stream. Tonight's side quest is curing in Wildstar itch. I don't know. Look, I've been playing Rift Prime heavily over the last month, as you guys know, from my YouTube streams and from here on Twitch. And I've gotten to a point now on Rift Prime where, you know, between levels 40 going on to 50, the XP grind is, you know, pretty heavy, and you have to be really active and doing all kinds of content to try and get that XP. It's been a, you know, my focus and concentration has been on that a lot, and it's kind of taking a toll. So I just want to chill out tonight. Don't even think about Rift Prime because I'm going to have to play it heavily tomorrow and try and catch up to get level 50. So tonight I just want to chill, play a different MMO, detox a little bit. So I thought about going back to Wildstar, creating a new character, because I do kind of miss it, and there's a lot of things about Wildstar that I want to understand, having missed a large chunk of the last 3 years since when I used to play this heavily. Anyway, just saying hi to Nick Scryer in chat right now. Hello, Nick. He says, just got home from badminton. Nice. He says, watching in the car. Holy crap. Man. Why don't you wait till you get home and watch on Wi-Fi? Don't take up your mobile data, bro. It's totally not worth it watching on a phone in your car. And as for work, same shit, different day. That's how we all feel about work, right? Alright, so here's Wildstar. I've got 4 characters. This one is my main character. She's my main character. I had her since the launch of Wildstar way back in 2014, and I was a founder and everything. And the first level 50 I got. And she's on the exile side of things. This guy, Adrian, I got him to level 50 using the free level 50 frenzy boost that Wildstar offered players sometime last year. And it was in that period when, you know, a lot of people started saying that Wildstar is in maintenance mode because the population simply isn't there, and you know, there's a whole bunch of discussions and conversations surrounding why Wildstar isn't as popular as it should be and all that stuff. So I made use of that boost, got him to 50. Haven't touched him since because he's one of those things where now that I've got him boosted, what do I do? Where do I go? How do I proceed? All that stuff just hit me like a brick. And I'm just so overwhelmed with just trying to start playing at 50. These two people are just like throwaway characters that I started for no damn reason. So they're probably gonna not make the cut. So let's go ahead and play a new character. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go Dominion side. All those characters you saw that has been on the Exile side. So Wildstar currently, anyway, for those of you that are just watching and have no idea what this game is, Wildstar is a free-to-play MMORPG. Never used to be free-to-play. It used to be a subscription-only MMO, and then as the years went by, they kind of just had to drop the subscription because it just wasn't working. So it's a free-to-play MMO. You can get it on Steam now as well, so that's the convenience for you. And, you know, it's a charming MMO. You'll see why in terms of graphics and design and the writing and the attitude that Wildstar has. The combat system will be the game changer for you. You either like it or you don't. That's just how Wildstar's combat is. Because it, you know, it's action in a way in terms of how you aim your attacks via the telegraphs that they call it, because every attack of yours will have a cone on the ground, and you have to aim that manually at enemies, at enemy players, which kind of makes PvP chaotic fun. But at the same time, you know, it's still somewhat tap targeting. So I know, Nick, you in chat, you may have a problem with tap targeting games, but this is actually pretty good. You may want to check this out too. So there's 2 options here, novice or veteran. I'm going to start with just pretend like I'm a new player and just do the entire tutorial again. Because again, tonight I just want to clear my mind, not think about Rift Prime. Let's just play some new games. And again, 2 factions here. You got the Exiles, you got the Dominion, some basic story. This is in the future, and both of these factions have found a planet to inhabit, and this planet had previous races and weird technology that both factions are trying to understand and, you know, take for their own. Now, all my previous classes have been on the Exile side, which are these guys. But I used to have 1 level 50 Exile, and unfortunately, when the server, you know, I think there were some consolidations and some server closures, and along the way I lost my level 50 on the Dominion side. So I'm gonna roll a new Dominion, and there's different races as well which are tied to the faction. I am not gonna play anything that's too weirded out. Again, you guys know me, I cannot stand playing a shorter type race or a race that I cannot, you know, relate to. So I'm just gonna go to Cassian because he's just the you know, the Dominion's version of a human being. And then gender, obviously you can pick male or female. I'm going with male. And you know, the thing with these factions and everything, Wildstar is one of those games where, unlike some of the MMOs out there, you know, in terms of game population, and tonight's stream, I guess we can have a very lengthy discussion about some of the systems that Wildstar has or why things didn't work, and I think factions are also a big part of that. Okay, class selection screen. We've got the Engineer, which is a tank and ranged, but you can also build them up for DPS. One of my first classes was the DPS. And then we got the Esper in here, and then we got the, which is basically range. It can heal, but the medic is obviously for healing, and it's ranged. Spellslinger is my main, you know, class that I play for many years. I play my Spellslinger DPS. Stalker is pure archetypal rogue class, and Warrior is your basic warriors. I mean, these are boring classes that, if you're a new player to Wildstar, I wouldn't recommend playing with this conventional class. You gotta try the different ones, the ones that are out of the box. I'd say Engineer, definitely Esper, Spellslinger too. I'm gonna go with Engineer because out of all the classes, I think this is the one that I played the least, because I didn't quite get. I mean, from the video preview there, you can see exactly what it's all about in terms of the combat system. You know, those telegraphs on the ground and everything, and the fact that you have like a robot pet, and yeah, it's really interesting to me. I'm gonna go ahead and pick a path now. Okay, check it in chat before we move on. Nick says he's running the stream on 360p on his mobile phone, should be fine. So that means you're not watching anything, you're just hearing the audio, which is totally fine, man. And he also says, I will try it in 3, nothing to lose. Yes, definitely try Wildstar, nothing to lose. We have Sir Noir in chat. Oh my god, Sir Noir, where have you been? She says, I love the squirrel creatures, which are the furballs. The Chwas or something like that, which are the Dominion furry small balls that you can play as a race. And she says, hope you're doing well, Adrian. I just stopped by quickly, but I gotta get back to work. Enjoy the stream. Thank you, Sir Noir. Hey, so good to see you and hear from you. Yeah, yeah, I'm doing well. Hope you are too, and hope work's going fine for you and everything. Still waiting for the day when you actually get back 100% into content creation. And yeah, just good to see you, Sir Noir. Thanks for dropping by. Okay, now that we have classes, now we've got paths. Paths are something different that Wildstar has, and it's basically, think of it as kind of like subclasses, but it has nothing to do with combat, you know. So explorers can go out in the map and in the world and look for hidden locations, solve puzzles and everything, and that's gonna progress your path XP, which you can get cool titles for and everything. The same goes for scientists. You're basically going out in the world, and because this is a new planet, because this is a new IP that Carbine Studios under NCSoft has created, you know, you're free to go wild with your imagination. So the maps are new, the designs are new, so you're going to see lots of flora and fauna that you've probably never seen before in terms of anything in real life. So as a scientist, your character can go out in the world and document these strange plants and animals. I mean, it's just a cool time filler, and I wouldn't say it's fluff progression, because like I said, you do get some cool rewards for, you know, pursuing your path progression, like titles and stuff. Settlers are, I think, the most interesting one, because out in the world you can build little settlements in quest hubs where I think you can put up like XP boost like platforms or replenish health, you know, stations or whatever, which is going to cost materials that you can go on the world and collect. So when you're building these in one of these quest hubs, what it does is it helps every other player that's kind of questing in the same area. If you just put up a HP regeneration station, for example, then every player who runs by will see the station and like, oh cool, somebody put this up, and they'll go and get that buff for like an hour or whatever. So settlers are really popular back when the game launched, because, you know, it had that feeling of, yeah, I'm the guy or I'm the gal that's gonna be, you know, the community lover, just the person who's gonna help passerbys and everything, which is something I like. Soldiers, on the other hand, all they care about is just kill, kill, kill. So these guys, basically every map, there's going to be one soldier area for your path where you can go to and turn on the soldier type device, and then all you're doing is just surviving waves of attacks just for the path XP. Kind of boring, but it's also the path people pick the most because you don't have to do too much work in terms of getting a path progression, unlike the settler where, like I said, you got to go and collect mats. The scientists and explorers more about, you know, exploring the world and doing a whole bunch of different things, which you could kind of call it fetch quests maybe in a way, but soldiers are just no nonsense, straight to the point. Go somewhere, kill something, and you're done. For me, since this is just a casual stream, I'm not going to be doing too much of these. I'm going to go with soldier so you guys can see what that's like. So those are the basic character creation stuff. I mean, pretty straightforward if you're a new player, nothing to worry about. In terms of character customization, Wildstar does have some, you know, good ones. And now that zoomed in right into the character's face, you can actually see what style this game is all about. And it's very cartoony, more so than games like World of Warcraft, I'd say, which a lot of people will point out, Wildstar's heavily influenced by World of Warcraft. To be fair, I think it is, because some of the devs, the developers that worked on Wildstar actually came from Blizzard, who worked on World of Warcraft. And they came over to Carbine Studios with the idea that, yeah, this game is going to be a theme park MMO like WoW, but it's going to offer, you know, a lot more unique things, and especially that hardcore difficulty thing for endgame raids and dungeons. That was kind of like their shtick. That's what they wanted to do. So that's why I guess some of the visuals will be pretty familiar to people. I'm not going to play around with the character creator too much, but trust me when I say I think you'll find it is just indecent. You know, it's not going to be like your BDO Black Desert Online style of, you know, sliders and everything to give you maximum control. It's not going to have that. So I'm kind of happy with the way this guy looks. I think the dreadlock's pretty badass for an engineer character. Let's just go ahead and change the hairstyle, because there's only one hairstyle I'll go for, and that's that one. Alright, let's go. Now again, the reason I'm playing a Dominion character instead of an Exile is because all my previous high-level characters has always been Exiles, and I lost my level 50 Dominion in the server merges, so I just want to need Dominion here for casual playing. First name, I'm going to go with Haffeltak, because he is an engineer, so I thought, why not Haffeltak, and then GRM is the last name. Let's go! Jumping in a game now, and here's the cutscene.
A powerful empire founded by the long-lost Elden.
Turning up the volume.
It has ruled the galaxy for almost 2,000 years. Unexpectedly, the fabled Elden homeworld of Nexus was discovered by the renegade exiles. Claiming the planet as the Empire's rightful legacy, the Dominion is
the cinematics are actually really nice
and preparing for war. Ready to fulfill their ancient destiny, the Dominion has now made the long journey to Nexus. But that is only the beginning of their unforgettable story.
Yeah, again, good reason for ruling a Dominion is that I don't actually remember the Dominion side of the main story. I do remember the Exile side of the main story, and a TLDR for new players or players that never played this game. Like the planet Nexus is the world that both of our factions, you know, Dominions and Exile, are going to be playing on. And it's basically a race to, you know, which faction is going to uncover the secrets of, you know, the Elden, which is the race that has inhabited the planet Nexus before both of our factions got here. And it's pretty interesting that way. When you're, you know, when a game first launched, and when you think of the story that way, you're like, okay, it definitely feels like new beginnings, because we, as the player, are exploring this planet Nexus just like our characters are for the first time.
You to Nexus, our birthright. It's lovely, isn't it?
Our birthright, okay.
I'm Artemis Zinn, explorer extraordinaire, though I'm certain you knew that already. The Dominion requires your aid, citizen. Nexus may be ours by right, but it's full of mystery, which is why the Empire needs you. This simulation has been designed to prepare you for your assignment prior to your awakening from cryo. I'm going to accompany you along the way. So, without further ado, how about we get started?
This is a new tutorial. I don't remember them having a new tutorial like this when the game launched.
Get you equipped. Move to the pad in the blue circle, please.
Oh look, there's another new player right in front of me. What are the odds? But yeah, it's pretty interesting as well. Like they are, like, Carbine Studios, this idea of the two factions, you know, the Exiles, and this is just a small nuance where, like, the Dominion, in my opinion, are kind of based on, you know, Star Wars is, you know, the dark side, the Empire, where, you know, they're very much by the book, and for some reason all the NPCs on the Dominion side are British with a British accent, whereas all the NPCs on the Exile side are all like American. They speak in the American accent. So there's a clear divide between the two factions. But if you play a Dominion or an Exile, there's no who's bad and who's good. It's all about, you know, which faction you believe in as the true, I wouldn't say owner, but the true discoverers of the planet Nexus, which in itself is an interesting narrative, which really brings the question, you know, why did people not like or stick around for Wildstar, considering it had so much good going for it? Anyway, basic movement, WASD as usual, and one of the cool things about Wildstar is the double jump feature, which is basically you hit your spacebar twice, and you can do that double jump thing in the air, which is actually one of the most refreshing movements, because it's really...
Large. It is a planet after all,
it just feels right. I don't have to explain it.
Give this hoverboard a try.
Alright, before I move on here, I'm just going to check in chat real quick. Nick says, "Hey Senor, hope to see you on Somerset." That's a good point. Yeah, I agree with that. Senor, if you're still here, hope to see you in Somerset. And we got Third Letter in chat. Hello, Third Letter says, "Like a Pixar movie, Toy Story graphics." Yeah, actually, I think that's right. That's one of the alluring things about it. I mean, it could also be a massive turnoff in terms of how cartoony this game is. Like, you probably think it's made for children or something, and that's fair, but, you know, there are people who can just look past all that stuff and look deeper into that. But I can definitely see how you would say that, having never played this. It definitely looks like a Pixar game, right? He also says, "I've never tried this game. Let's see how population looks once you get in." Good point. I haven't logged in or reached any of the main hubs for months now. So this is one of the...
simulation was designed using terrain.
I'm gonna lower the in-game audio here. She's kind of annoying. I mean, she's one of the main NPCs. Like, both factions will have a main NPC that's gonna narrate things to you, and Artemis Zinn is the one for the Dominion side. So the Hoverboard is one of the other games have mounts and, you know, other stuff to ride on the landscape. In Wildstar, the hoverboard is going to be your main mode of transportation. There's no shift, holding the shift to ride faster. It all is going to depend on one basic speed, although I do believe you can buy boosts and stuff like that. That was just a boost that the tutorial gives you. For some reason, they've made the tutorial like a minigame. And this is not in the game, guys. There's no, like, hoverboard racing, at least to my knowledge. This is just to teach you how to move in-game using Wildstar's version of a mount. And, yeah, at the time, at launch, when I was playing this, I really liked it. One of the first mounts I got was actually an Equivar. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, but it's like Planet Nexus's version of a horse. And it just looks bland and boring, and yeah, this is really fun. Okay, we're done. Okay, combat's up next. Now, depending on which class you pick, you're gonna get specialized weapons. So spellslingers are gonna get like dual pistols because they're ranged. Warriors get the blade, obviously. You know, and engineers, what do I get? I get a shotgun and something else, right? I can't remember what my class does. Oh, what's this? Cutscene? Man, there's so many things about Wildstar I don't remember.
Exiles have come to Nexus in search of a home. But this planet is our legacy, and we must defend it at all costs.
Okay, so...
The Empire has been fighting the Exiles ever since they rebelled against Emperor Jarek over 200 years ago. Dagon are often used by Exiles as combat animals.
That's a little bit of lore tidbit for you. These upcoming monsters here are used by Exiles as combat animals, which is basically dog. I like how far you can zoom out. That's nice. Let me just check my graphics settings real quick. Video... graphics medium. Medium? Screw that. Yeah, I kind of noticed like my texture's gone, wasn't the best here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bump all of this up, and hopefully that doesn't affect OBS, because the last time I tried to change my graphics settings on stream, like I did for World of Warcraft, I crashed the whole stream. So let me just do the ones that matter. Small object detail, particle scale, what else we got? Group spell effects. my PC can handle it. I just hope that the stream doesn't crash because I'm changing stuff on the fly. And yeah, let's get back in game. A little bit better, I suppose. Alright, so combat. Like I said, tap targeting. So you'd use tap to target. But when you start firing off your attacks, and again, my UI is kind of blocking half of it, but your basic attacks will have the telegraphs. Now you see where that blue thing on the ground happens to be? That's what you gotta aim manually onto the mobs on the landscape. And some of your skills, it depends, you know. Some area of effect skills will have a larger telegraph, whereas like that skill that I just had, that electric shock, was only a very thin telegraph. So what I found fun when I was playing Wildstar at launch was just how different it was combat wise. So that's my stun, and stunning is going to be pretty important later on, and I'll show you guys why.
Now move up the hill towards the nearby minefield.
Okay, move up the hill to the nearby minefield.
There are several mines in your path. Deactivate them, but take special care to get out of the way before they detonate.
Alright, this sounds like the dodging tutorial. It's going to teach you how to dodge. So F is your interact key, by the way. So, you know, I think E is for the Elder Scrolls Online, and then some other games use F instead. Wildstar is one of those that use F, so let's hit F. And that's the telegraph to get out of the way. That is how most enemy attacks will look like, including boss fights in raids and stuff. You'll see something happen on the ground, you gotta react to it. So, at the higher levels and difficulty, and especially in PvP, you can just imagine a huge amount of players all putting out their attacks, and it's all about the telegraph, it's all about movement, it's all about anticipating and predicting where attacks will come from, in which direction. So, in that regard, Wildstar was pretty unique at the time. But again, it's not for everybody, because just moving out of the way sometimes cannot be enough. You gotta really master your dodges as well and get your timing right. Because if I'm being honest, the tutorial's being really easy on you. Usually those telegraphs are a lot higher.
Once you've done that, they'll be vulnerable, and you can destroy them with ease.
Alright, so this part of the tutorial is going to teach you how to use your interrupt ability. So that for me is number 3, which is the zap, which stuns them. And then once it's zapped, I gotta destroy it. Okay, so now that it's stunned... Okay, I did not do that well. Wow, that took me down to half health. Let's do that again. Stun, and now that it's stunned, you'll see that it has a purple health bar instead of the usual red, and that means it is prone to damage? No, it's more vulnerable to damage. That's what it is. Man, it's been a while. So let's try that again. Okay. No, that didn't work. It's still red. So this thing might just kill me right now, unless I get out of range like that. Okay, let's go back in. So now while the attack is casting, it has to be casting. You stun, you'll see the purple HP bar now, that means it is vulnerable, and now you just finish it off. That's combat in a nutshell.
Uniforms, the Exile's elite troops up ahead can be formidable. Now use what you've learned to overcome them.
Okay, virtual exile elite soldiers. Use what I learned to overcome them. If they're doing basic attacks and they're not charging anything with your own telegraphs, then you can pretty much just use your basic skills or whatever. Oh, right. So, when he started casting, that's when I started my interrupt stun, and he's going to take more damage and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm just getting used to the hotkeys again because it's been a while. Come on, cast something. There we go. Stun, and then use my finisher, just like that. Alright, come on, big guy. Cast, cast, cast. There we go. Nice. Right on cue. Voila.
An impressive combatant, citizen. The Exiles don't stand a chance. I'm expecting you nearby, so don't keep me waiting.
Alright, Armazin, I'm here. and that's their level up screen. With that guy with the fancy voice talking in the background. And that's just an example of, you know, what kind of attitude the game has. It's... I would like to think that Wildstar does things, part of it differently, you know, instead of following the traditional just to level up or whatever. Here there's like NPCs talking to you, you know, congratulations, cupcake for your level up or whatever, and it also likes to take the piss when it comes to like dissing itself, or, you know, there's a lot of self-deprecation going on in Wildstar because the game accepts that, you know, it is a culmination of most of the MMORPGs that came before Wildstar, in addition to the game just adding whatever that they can think of on top of it. Alright, checking on chat before I move on. ThornySubject says, I like the graphics and UI. Yeah, well, for me the UI could be better, but I think maybe it's because I don't have all my usual custom add-ons and plugins that I usually have for Wildstar. Because when I was playing at launch, I was playing it on a different computer, but on this computer I don't have all that settings. We also got Wiga in chat. Good morning, Wiga. How are you doing? All right.
Explorer needs a place to hang her proverbial hat. Don't you agree?
Yep, I agree. Claim to the stake. Before we move on, the Protostar Corporation. And now the Protostar Corporation, as a new player, you might hear a lot about these people. These are basically little green men that are kind of like neutrals on planet Nexus. They're kind of like housing brokers, insurance agents, banks, and governments all at once, but they're not that influential. They're just basically people who like sell you houses, or, you know, sell you stuff in the store. So it's kind of like Wildstar's way of just putting, you know, making the store and things like that more engaging with a faction. So yeah, I'll see that. I'll tour the virtual Skyplot. Plots are the game's housing, or what they call the housing system. So this is going to take us up to a Skyplot right now, just for like a little quick tour. And I'll say that the housing system in Wildstar is one of the good ones. One of the really in-depth and diverse housing systems where, you know, hooks don't matter. It's not all about hooks. It's not all about... it's more of just using your imagination to do whatever you want. Uh-oh. Here's the Protostar commercial.
Greetings, citizen. Looking for a new estate on Nexus? Look no further. Your land is your business with the Protostar Modifiable Landscape Program. Build what you want, when you want.
This is all made in-game, by the way. This is not like a cinematic rendering or anything. Which is what Wildstar usually does a lot with its marketing at launch, which I really appreciated.
Don't you think? This is a virtual Skyplot showroom, so feel free to explore.
Right, so
many citizens aren't able to acquire a Skyplot right away, but Protostar is currently offering an excellent deal, the Jumpstart Pack, with no waiting period. It even includes a hoverboard.
Jumpstart Pack. So that's a way for them to get new players to go to the store and buy a Jumpstart Pack. I mean, you don't have to if you don't want to. You could just totally skip this part of the tutorial. But, you know, I think Wildstar considers housing a very big part of the game, simply because, like I said, you know, new planet, new world, housing decorations are fab kits. I think they're called fab kits, if my memory serves me right, are basically decoration items that drops in the world. You can get them from monsters, you can get them from boss drops, and some of the harder raids, you get really rare decoration items that you can just put on your landscape here, and then just shape them however you want. And stuff like that is actually really cool. I just wish this is actually writable. Whereas stuff in the house, everything can be made to scale. I think Wildstar is one of those MMORPGs that first introduced the massive scaling system, which I really enjoy, because, you know, it's not, like I said, it's not like a recognizable world or anything, so you can absolutely just go crazy with your creativity. And the amount of item designs and everything in Wildstar is actually really cool. Like my guild way back then, there's one member of my guild was really into housing decorations, and he built like a Playboy mansion that was just, you know, jacuzzis and pools with all these weird creatures and plants and everything. It was just a joy to behold. So what's my objective in here? Speak with the landscape architects and speak with decoration experts. So what is this? I can summon a hoverboard. Nice. Gimme. Alright, who we gotta talk to? There's one guy over here. There we go. Landscape architect. Okay, the sooner you buy your plot, the sooner you can build amazing structures on it. This is a virtual marketing shtick. and stuff just builds as you talk to the guy. Like housing, even though it's one of the biggest features in Wildstar, you don't get housing immediately. I think you need to hit level 15 or level 20. I can't remember which it was. It's been 4 years. But I do know you gotta reach your faction's main hub first, because both Exiles and Dominions start on different parts of the world of planet Nexus, and both of them will have their own individual HQ cities, main hubs where you go to, you know, buy your housing plots. It's not home sweet home without landscaping to make the lawn of your dreams. Okay. Alright, here's a decoration expert. What do we got? No house in the sky.
Isn't that remarkable? When you have a sky plot, you can arrange your decor in a number of ways. You can rotate it, resize it, and adjust it until it's perfect.
Thank you for the reminder again. I already told chat that like the first time. You place dozens of decorations any way you like, and they're actually doing it in the background right now, so that is really the example of what I was talking about in terms of how you can decorate stuff in your plots. It's crazy. I mean, they've made the tutorial longer just so they can show people what housing is like. Let's go to first person here. Yeah, that's really impressive, you know, just how far you can zoom out and how far you can zoom in. That really helps. Because once you see me get into questing in earnest and looking at the landscape and everything, some of the places you really need to zoom in to find quest objectives and everything, especially in those jungle map biomes, which I really struggled with when I was questing way back then. So you got a music manager, so I guess you can set the music with a jukebox. I think that's pretty standard. Most MMOs have that. And what's this? There's several different skies to choose from. Oh, that's basically the night, your environmental design. You can have fireworks in the sky, day and night, whatever. If there's one with the northern lights, I'll gladly take it. So now that's done, let's go talk to the main Protostar dude, and that's this guy. He's like the head of the marketing faction.
Protostar means value.
Thank you for the tour. It has been my pleasure to allow you a peek at the value and utility of Protostar's housing initiative. That's what they're calling it. I'm sure you'll be settled on Nexus in no time. Alright. That's gonna give me 1 proto buck, I think. That's my reward, which is something I can just spend in the store. Thanks for the tour.
Time to practice word of mouth marketing.
Okay, so the next tutorial, the store. Lots in the store. Okay. Omnibit. You've earned my first Omnibit. That's what that little coin was. And why not visit the in-game store and use your Omnibit to purchase something delightful. Delightful! So here's one of the problems so far that Wildstar for me has. Like when I played this game at launch, when it was a subscription-only game, none of this was in the tutorial. You don't get a vast housing tutorial telling you about housing, and you certainly didn't get a tutorial to use the store straight away. This is a big no-no for me. I know it has gone free to play in recent years, and I know that the store is a very large revenue piece for any game that's gone free to play, but do not shove the store tutorial down new players' throats right at the beginning of the game. It's been 20 minutes and I'm not even in the game yet, meaning I haven't even landed on planet Nexus. So don't put the store in my face here, but let's just do it because I'm showing it to people who haven't played anyway. So okay, bottom right, you'll see the store icon, which is basically the Protostar dude's face. You want to click on that, and voila! Oh, what do we got here? We've updated the in-game store. In an effort to streamline the Wildstar store, these systems have undergone significant changes. Okay, blah 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 blah. I don't know any of these. I haven't really played the game or used the store in years. Okay, you can gift now, so if you are a very generous player, you can gift stuff to other people, so that's great. CRAD is still here, and CRAD is basically what the WoW token is, except that it was invented before the WoW token, but after Plex. Now, Plex is EVE Online's monthly subscription token that you can buy for currency. CRAD is Wildstar's version, and then the WoW token is World of Warcraft's version. So that's basically what this is. Alright, got it. So here is the store, and I'm not going to go through the store, maybe later on, but it's for the quest, so I got to go under Beginner Basics, and I have to pick up the Smart Shopper title for 1 Omnibit. So I earned 1 Omnibit, but I'm also going to be spending 1 now, so purchase. Yep, send it to me. It is now in my inventory. So that is the title for the tutorial. Let's click on that, and now I've got the title, which I'm not gonna wear because that's no. Why the hell not? So now that that's done, let's go back and get out. Let's get out of this and let's go on planet Nexus and let's start playing. So yeah, for those that have played Wildstar in the past,
Nexus to be a fascinating planet rife with mysteries. I think it's time I introduced you to some of them.
is it gonna be the first zone? No, we're still in a tutorial of some sort. Holy cow. This is a long tutorial. So yeah, if there's anybody that played Wildstar in the past and you're watching this and you're wondering what's changed, the intro tutorial has gotten a major overhaul, which could be great for new players because, I don't know, you might like this kind of thing. Alright, let's talk to Artemis. What do you got here?
Nexus favors the bold of
Ooh.
heart, like me.
Oh, I clicked my ultimate ability there. Yeah, let's complete lots in the store. I must admit that Protostar's housing plots are quite impressive. I wonder if they come in larger sizes. They do. My estate won't fit on a postage stamp at all. It'll be nice to have a home.
Soon you'll be bound for Nexus. But first, let's complete your training.
How much more training? God. Alright, servicing circuitry, what do we got? Simulations nearly complete, but you still have a couple of tasks left. The first of these is to activate the nearby Eldon circuits. Are you ready? Sure.
Eldon technology is very distinctive and occasionally quite dangerous.
Okay, and Eldon's basically a forgotten ancient race that, like I said at the beginning of the stream, used to be on planet Nexus, but now they're gone.
Nexus. Each piece is a clue to what they were doing here and where they might have gone. Some Eldon tech is harmless, like these circuits. Unfortunately, Eldon tech can also be lethal.
Okay, objective done. Now, Wildstar.
Now, did you hear that chime? That's me, waiting for you to answer your datacron. So answer it.
Right, so Wildstar, one of the cool features about it is that it has remote quest handing in. It's not one of those MMOs that, you know, you pick a bunch of quests, you go out and you kill, and then you gotta run back to the quest hub. Wildstar does have a bunch of that, if I remember correctly, but they've also got this remote handing in thing, which is basically a communicator, and it'll ring once in a while whenever you come into a new zone and somebody wants to give you a new quest. You usually get like a phone call or something, and you pick that up and you can pick up quests remotely. Same goes for handing in quests. Whenever you're done with the objective, you hit the C key, and then you can just turn in that quest remotely and hear whatever the, you know, background chit chat is or the dialogue there. Okay, you've successfully activated the circuits. You see, with a little elbow grease or a couple of capable servants, anything is possible.
With the circuits repaired, power is flowing properly. Time for your next task.
Okay, deconstruct the construct. Primal energy is now manifesting on the nearby platforms. Jump through the manifestations to harness the energy, then destroy an Eldon defense construct.
Without the primal power,
Sure.
you won't stand a chance against the construct.
So now we're gonna get a little quirky questing mechanics here. I think this is just to teach you like some of the things you will encounter on your questing on planet Nexus, I should say. I mean, a lot of it, like I can preempt you, 80% of it's gonna be kill and fetch quests. You cannot run away from that fact. Wildstar's just like all the other MMORPGs out there in that regard. But what it does, like, you know, how Rifts have the Rift defenses, or, you know, the events on the landscape, and World of Warcraft will have you driving tanks and flying dragons, you know, that kind of thing, those quirky type quests. Wildstar does have a lot of that, and I guess this is an example.
As near as we can tell, the Eldon were masters
So
of
this
the
is a
primal
thing that makes me
element.
jump higher. Okay, so I'm using the power of the Eldon to jump through all these things. Here we are.
Can you feel the primal power coursing through your body? It's that very power that will allow you to defeat the Eldon defense construct.
Okay, bring it on. Big boss? No, not exactly. Okay, quite big. Alright, let's rumble. And again, combat mechanics, as soon as he starts casting and you see his red telegraph on the ground, that's when you want to... Oh, there we go, stun. And then use your finisher. And make sure to keep your telegraphs on him. That's how combat here works. As for engineer, man, oop. Okay, that's just an example of like what some dungeon boss fights can do. And it can be pretty hectic that way. As for this class, I mean, I never played an engineer a lot at launch, way back at launch. It's definitely one of the slower type classes.
That annihilator's liable to smash you to a pulp. Activate the cryo projector so the techs can wake you up.
Alright. Oh, what? Activate the cryo protector to wake me up? Oh, that's right. Okay. The backstory is, you know, as Dominions, we're all on this big Empire-type ship, moving towards planet Nexus, and a lot of us player characters are in cryo sleep, I think. I think we're in cryo sleep. So once we're out of the tutorial, the story then picks up, you know, they wake us up from cryo, and they say, oh, we found planet Nexus, let's go down, and let's, you know, kill some exiles. I think that's how the story goes. I can't remember. Again, it's been 4 years, so let's see what happens next. Oh, shit. I got out of there just in time. Third letter says they really are trying to get you into the store. Yeah, they are. I mean, they have to. I think it's one of their monetizing strategies, you know, just push the microtransactions and push the store at the start of the tutorial to try and get players to, you know, gravitate towards housing and all those other fun bits.
I'll wager that got your blood pumping. You did quite well, citizen. And it is time to bring you out of cryo.
Thought so.
Try to relax while we begin the process.
Okay, here we are. We're waking up.
Hello. You're different somehow. Special.
That's not a Dominion voice.
I need your help. Nexus has many secrets. And when the time is right, I will show them to you.
That's the voice of Drusera.
Are you feeling well?
We'll talk about it later.
The technicians found a glitch in your extraction protocol. Something quite unusual. This is the departures terminal. From here, you can arrange for transport to the planet. I'm certain you are destined for great things. Dominus be with you.
How's that for an origin story? Not bad, huh? So that's such a Star Wars feel to it, you know, just waking up from the dark side or whatever. But yeah, the intro is finally over, but guys, we're not out of the tutorial yet. We're still not out of the tutorial. This is just the part where we wake up on the ship, and we are now gonna be playing our way onto the surface, and that's when the MMO starts truly, because that's where we get to see other players and everything. Wika says, so much intro, and yeah, I couldn't agree more. At launch, when I was playing, it was just so much faster. 10-15 minutes of introductions where you start on the ship and then you get to the planet, and that was it. There wasn't all these, you know, prolonged store tutorial bullshit that the game now has, which, while I disagree with some of it, I do understand why it's necessary, I suppose. So let's go on and get to the planet Nexus.
I do so love a good thrill.
It's good to finally meet you in the flesh. You've proven yourself to be quite capable, even when asleep. Perhaps you'll have your own show someday, hmm? Yeah, she's a star of a TV show for the Dominion faction, so she's like a popular personality and everything. And discovering planet Nexus and trying to document all these scientific stuff is part of a thing, because she's got a show that she wants to, you know, broadcast back on the ship or back home, wherever the Dominions are set up as. So, yeah, propaganda.
That was strange. I've never seen anything like it. I'd say your adventure has already started.
Right, so for this part... Oh.
Now get out there and do some damage.
Level 3, am I? Yeah, level 3, and that's what I like. You know, that voice in the background that just talks trash. Most of the time, he talks trash, like he's always, you know, getting in your face and looking down on you, and that's what I like. That's that attitude that I'm talking about that, you know, Wildstar has. It's really pretty charming. Now, as I was saying, you know, part of that quest, when turning in, she was actually speaking it, so there is voiced dialogue in Wildstar, but unfortunately, due to, you know, budgets or whatever, only certain strains of the main quest is voice acted, and maybe an NPC will say 1 or 2 lines, and then the rest are all readable text. But one of the main things about Wildstar, and I remember watching an interview from one of the game directors or executive producers, I think his name was called Steven something, I can't remember, but he's gone now, he left, and he was a former World of Warcraft guy. And his promise to Wildstar players was that he felt that one of the things about modern or classic traditional MMORPG theme park MMOs was that whenever there's a story or a quest, there's just too much reading. And what he wanted to do was make quest text really short and succinct, so you could just get the gist of what's happening, and then let the story unfold as you go on the way to the quest location via calls over, you know, your ear or stuff like that. And sometimes even this reply box, the first box up here is going to be the NPC dialogue, and the second box down here is going to be yours, how you respond, how you reply. And in some of the quests you will actually see an option, like you'll see like 3 dots, and that usually means that you can continue the conversation by getting more information if you want it. Again, that is completely optional. Some games, they don't give you the choice to skip those things entirely. They want you to read it to get a full, you know, flavor of the world or the story or whatever. Wildstar gives you that option to skip it. So that are designs that the devs, when they made Wildstar, they consciously put in because they wanted to try, and at the time, you know, they wanted to try and fix what they thought was wrong with other MMOs out there. So, bon voyage. Before you depart Nexus, speak to Chancellor Juro Takigurian for your mission briefing. Then choose where on the surface you like to go. So I'm going to get a rucksack for this, and I believe once I open this, it's going to give me like some starter gear, not much, maybe 1 or 2. And here, that's what I was talking about. This is the option where if you want more backstory, you can click on this and it's just going to tell you who this person is or whatever, and then you can click on it again and find out more information. And notice the way they just compact what needs to be said that's relevant to the quest or to the story in just that box. So there's no wall of text that you ever read in Wildstar, even though there will be books and other lore pieces that will offer you that stuff if you really want it. So, yep, I'll go talk to the Chancellor.
Great things out of you. Do not
As for these big shiny arrow things, you're just probably gonna have to live with it. Like for me, even though it can be an immersion breaker, it's just been a part of Wildstar and I'm so used to it anyway, so I don't mind seeing it. Oh, another cutscene.
Greetings, citizen. Welcome to Nexus, the most famous planet in the entire galaxy, and once the fabled homeworld of our Elden benefactors. Based on our initial analysis, Nexus features unexplored frontiers, powerful ancient technology, and a plethora of unique alien species. That said, Nexus is shrouded in mysteries and secrets. The most troubling of these enigmas is why the Divine Elden are no longer here, and what led to their disappearance. Your reputation precedes you, citizen. You are not an individual to be trifled with. If anyone can answer these questions, it is you.
Yay. Okay, again, one of the big themes here.
You spoke to the Chancellor and learned about your mission. Now it's up to you to pick a destination and depart for Nexus. Toodles.
Toodles to you too. But yeah, as I was saying, that was a big theme in that cutscene, just telling you that again, it revolves around the Elden and their technology and where did they disappear to. That's going to be a large part of what the main story is going to revolve on. Checking out chat here, we got TG Podcast. Hey man, what's up? Yeah, he says, what's a fun class to play? Ooh, good question. I mean, for me personally, the Spellslinger was my favorite class because it was my main class at launch, and I played that for about, well, quite a long time. That was my first level 50. And then the second level 50 I had was a Stalker, which is the basic rogue class, and the stealth mechanic is the one that really made me fall in love with the Stalker, basically, you know, because there's going to be lots of landscape mobs, boss mobs that you probably want to sneak by instead of having to kill like a ton of trash mobs to get to it. And the Stalker sneaking is really cool, especially for PvP too. I love having the ability to sneak as a Stalker, so I'd say as far as pure fun goes, with what you could do with a certain class, Spellslinger probably for the void portals, the back and forth spawning, and the healing, and the Stalker for the stealth mechanics and how fast you can burn things down, especially in PvP. And again, that's all based on 2014. I cannot tell you what's fun in 2018 because I haven't played this game at the end cap levels or whatever years. Okay, so now I've got. Okay, so this is telling you who our enemies are. The Orin, which is a class that you can play on the Exile side. So these are basically just Exile classes or races that, you know, you're learning off here. Nothing special. Let's just go and pick a side. Where do I want to jump on? So this is Levian Bay. and Crimson Isle. So Wildstar gives you, even for the exile site, the other faction, you're gonna have this choice as well. Which 2 areas or which 2 starter zones do you want to start on? So this is a hard one for me because I don't even know. I can't remember a damn thing. I'm gonna go with, god damn, I'm gonna go with Livian Bay. Screw it. I have no memory of anything.
The Elden built a huge facility in Levian Bay called Starcom Station. House Zin has organized an expedition to the facility to claim the Elder Cube, an artifact containing the knowledge of the Elden, before the exiles can get their filthy hands on it.
Okay, so it's a race. Who's gonna get that cube first? Is it us, the Dominion, or is it gonna be the exiles? So Levian Bay is gonna be my choice, and once you made that choice, I think it's permanent, but you may go back and quest there in another starting zone. I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think it... See, Wildstar doesn't have all that scaling goodness that, you know, other MMOs have. So I don't think you can.
Alpha 2. You are cleared for departure to Levian Bay? That's odd. Not a lot of traffic in and out of there. Ah, I see your authorization comes from Lady Zin herself. Do give her my best, won't you? And long live the Emperor.
Long live the Emperor! Wow, I gotta say, playing it as the Exiles, I prefer the Exile origin story in terms of what their starter tutorial was. I think it was more gritty, it was more surreal, and okay, here we are landing on Levian Bay,
the Elven facility.
and that's Zin in her ship.
Point while Kivo and I scout ahead. One more thing, my audience loves a good show, but try not to get yourself killed until after we find the Elder Cube.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, I'm regretting my decision of picking a Dominion. No wonder I haven't really played too many Dominions. Yeah, I would say go for Exiles first, but definitely try out the Dominion as your alt character. Okay, here we are, finally on planet Nexus. So first thing to do, hit the M key, and this is Nexus. I'm on Levian Bay. And from then on, I think I can move to Elevar, Waldrun, or Aurora, Ilum, Deradun. And this is just in the Elysia region. Then there's Alizar as well. This is a level 50 zone or whatever. What happened to the maps? They used to put like level indicators, you know, kind of like how WoW does. What level is this map? What level is this map? They no longer do that. Maybe it's because I'm still in like the starting area. You got Arctera, sorry. I don't know if this is a new region or a new expansion type region. And finally we got Izzy Groll. Okay, this is one of the regions that I remember questing in, so this I remember. Awesome, alright, check it in the channel before I move on. TG Podcast says, think I did engineer the first time, had quite fun with the class for a bit. Oh nice, okay, I picked an engineer tonight. Because it's the one class that I kind of neglected when I was leveling. Spellslinger, as I said, and Stalker were my 2 main classes. I've jumped in with Aspers and Matic once in a while, but I didn't really like their playstyle. So Engineer is just an odd one out because me and playing something that's, you know, technology with a pet bot and everything never really appealed to me. But since I'm just taking a quick break from Rift Prime for a day, and I'll jump into Rift back tomorrow. I just wanted something to clear my head. I thought an Engineer might do it. It'll give me a chance to just play Wildstar again and, you know, just have fun in this world. I'm going to turn the volume down because we're going to be doing quite a bit of combat here in this opening stages. So, remember I picked a path, and my path was a soldier's path. And now on this quest log, you will see that there's available soldier missions, which basically mean path missions. Let me just get familiar with my UI elements again. Okay, hitting that big thing down there, the big icon on the bottom left of your screen is going to bring up so many options here. Holy shit. Wow, this could confuse new players like no joke. Okay, account inventory, that's basically all the account-wide you know, buffs, boosts, things that you bought in the store. It's all going to be in there. Achievements are on the Y, action set builder. This is basically your builds. While you're leveling, you're going to be unlocking a lot more skills, and Wildstar will let you save a few different custom builds. But I do believe you got to pay money to make a few, and then you'll just swap them on the fly. As for the EMP section here, EMPs are basically your class progression builder. And what I mean by that is, think of it as your class trait trees or talent trees. You will collect amps out in the world, and amps are this little balls that you spend your amps into to go up a certain path. So if you wanted to do more DPS, you'd go into more into the assault side. Hybrid, pretty much what that means, hybrid between assault and support. That's the middle here. Full support over there, and then utility down here, and then yeah, so some customization available. The only thing is that I remember running out of amps pretty early on, so that's what amps are for. Credit exchange, that's basically for sub. Challenge log, character, let's go into character. So this is my character, there we go. Path number 1, so the more soldier missions you do, the higher that rank is going to get, which is going to unlock. I remember unlocking, as a soldier, you do get some cosmetics, like a full soldier's garb and everything, and then you can get rank sergeant, lieutenant, the highest one is commander, if I remember correctly. That's the titles that you can get. Other than that, collectibles, content finder, so I don't remember this thing, content finder. I think it's pretty new. Cool, so it actually tells you now. Nice, I like that. It tells you where to go based on your level. I don't think Wildstar ever had this prior to going free to play. So Baradhor will be my next zone. Levian base where I'm at, one of the 2 starting zones. And then Baradhor, Elevar, Aurora, Whitevale, Farsight, Wildrun. And beyond these areas, I think from Whitevale onwards, both factions will be questing on the same map. So it's one of those games, kind of like Rift, where you just start as 2 factions, and then you've got your faction starter zones, and then both factions will converge, the more zones you unlock. Then Ilum, if I remember correctly, Ilum, or one of these, was like the level 50 PvP zone. So you would go out in the quest, you'd go on the landscape and do your quests. But you're kind of automatically flagged for PvP, so if you encounter an exile player out in the world, or they encounter you, it's a free-for-all. Everybody's gonna kill you, and grief you from getting your quest objectives and everything. This icon here simply means readable book, or lore, piece of lore that you can just click and read, I suppose. So here it is, lore unlocked. When you click that, that's gonna give you that wall of text that, if people want to understand what is Levian Bay, why are we here, why are the Dominions here, it's all in here, if you guys want that. Okay, checking chat. Nick says, any pay-to-win stuff in the store? No, that's the one thing that Wildstar can be happy about. They don't sell any pay-to-win stuff. Being a subscriber, just like most games out there, you will get some buffs, basically more XP gain and everything. But because there is PvP, open world PvP, territorial PvP, a lot of various different like arena type PvPs and stuff like that, they want to keep it balanced, I think. And they don't sell any weapons or all this nonsense in the store. I would say 80% of it's cosmetics, and then the others are unlocks, so you can get more bank slots, more auction house bid slots, and all those kinds of things. But absolutely no pay to win. Alright, now questing. Speak with Lieutenant Tickus right here. What up, Tickus? I'm here. Bon voyage. About time you arrived. Here, you've been issued a revolutionary rucksack. It's been a protostar contraption that should keep you supplied in the field. What's my bag again? Is it B? No. Is it I? Yeah. Rift and WoW uses B for bags, so I've been playing those 2 games a lot, and I keep getting my hotkeys mixed up. Alright, thanks. I'm ready for the worst.
Now off to your labors. Better you.
I'm gonna open the bag here, see what we get. Nice. Yeah, I like that. So sometimes when you open bags or loot boxes or, dungeon drops, it jumps out on the landscape like that. It's very visual. And I kind of understand why Wildstar did it. Because, when you think about Wildstar, again, it's a very visual type game. It's trying to be charming. And it has the same effect that it'll give you if you're playing games like Diablo, for example. When you kill things, there's some form of satisfaction of watching the loot drop out in the world in massive quantities, and it just makes you feel all fuzzy and warm inside, because we all love loot. think Wildstar tries to do the same thing as well by showing you what dropped, and you'd actually see what you'd get, whether it's a purple item or not, which is kind of like a rare item here in Wildstar. And if you see it drop on landscape and it goes into your bag, it's like, oh fuck yeah, you know, it gives you that kind of effect. So I got the basic starter clothes here, which is nice. In terms of stats, Wildstar is not gonna, you know, it doesn't take the conventional route of giving you like strength and wisdom and all that stuff. It just goes by a couple of different stats. Assault rating just basically is your DPS. Armor is armor, health is health. Now I'll go into the other screen to see more stats. And what is this? How do you pronounce that? Velociraptor, which is a ground mount. Oh, nice. Okay, so this bag gives you a... Okay, it's not a free mount. It's a rented mount, and you get to use it for 2 hours. Lame. Doesn't matter anyway, because I have unlocked a whole tons of shit on my account that I can claim for free. So I'm probably going to get a mount for free anyway, because I have a founder's pack here. So the next time I can open this bag is at level 5. Now, let's go talk about some stats. Remember stats. So here we go. I'm displaying stats right now. So for offensive, some of the stats are strike through, reduces chance of deflect, got critical chance, so criticals there, multi-hit chance, vigor, tenacity, armor piece, and then defensive is all this stuff. Shield is another important concept here in Wildstar. This is my health bar, and that's basically the amount of health that I have. But Wildstar also will let your characters equip a shield, which is just going to give you an extra additional blue bar that, you know, opponent damage or enemy player damage is going to have to get rid of first before they can affect your health. So it's just one of those other things that Wildstar just, you know, stacks up in there just to try and be different from other MMORPGs out there. It does have PvP stats as well, because there is going to be, at least when I was playing it, I do remember it having like separate sets of PvP gear, so that, you know, if you wanted to level purely and primarily just doing PvP, you could, because there was a bunch of PvP stats that people would work towards, and they wouldn't have to bother at all with PvE gear, so the one wouldn't affect the other. You know, that was what happened at launch. But I think what happened over the years was that massive changes with PvE stats and balancing and everything kind of affected PvP. So I think that made kind of one or the other irrelevant. So that means in later years, or in recent years, you would see people using still the best raid PvE gear to go in and do PvP, which kind of pissed off a lot of people, because that's not how it was supposed to work. PvP gear should have been sufficient for PvP. So those are just some of the problems that I think Wildstar had over recently. And again, I don't know too much. The last time I played heavily was 2014, so let's go on and do some questing. Welcome to Levian Bay. So... best check with Pilot Icarus over there and see what he needs done, and watch out for the bloody lightning, which is basically all those zaps. Those aren't really for backdrop. If I go out there, I can actually get zapped, which is kind of cool graphic wise. Yes, ma'am.
It is time you were going.
Okay, where's Pirate Icarus? Okay, I kind of lost myself on the map here. Okay, there we go. So as far as world map goes, there's Fog of War, and some people will be quite taken aback at this. You know, they're like, "What the hell, Fog of War?" I mean, some MMOs have Fog of War maps where you have to go out and explore the world and everything. Some MMOs don't. To me, it doesn't matter, even though I think a lot of people would be happy just to see the entire map off the bat, so they know, okay, what else is in here and here? Is there, you know, important NPCs or important services around that I can just, you know, get to or find? But Fog of War it is. So Pilot Icarus is here.
Run along then, mate.
Don't mind the lieutenant, she's a bit stuffy, but she means well. In any case, it's an honor to meet you. Heard all about what you did on the Destiny. I did. On the Destiny, Destiny is the ship that I was on, the Dominion ship that I was on. And unfortunately, whatever I did on the Destiny was part of the first tutorial that the game had, which no longer exists, because I did not play through the tutorial, I played through something else, and that was the new tutorial. So whatever that tutorial this guy was talking about doesn't exist anymore, which is a shame. Thanks.
Help a fellow out, would you?
Alright, lighting the way, what do we got? Lady Zin needs supplies, but between the weather and the wildlife, our workers are hard put. Light some flares, would you? And kill some of those nasty beasties. Okay, I'll do that. And again, if you want more backstory, what's your purpose here, where's Artemis Zin now, you can just read through all of that, but I'll just go more for this. Now, one of the things that Wildstar... Okay, before that, let me just pick up the soldier quest, the path quest. Okay, Dominion Legion. Good to see a fellow Legionnaire. We have missions for you to do. Currently 3 in Levian Bay, so get out there and do the Dominion proud. It's an honor to serve with the military. Ooh, I got an Omnibit. Nice. For what? Well, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. I'm never going to use those things anyway. So she basically told me that there's 3 soldier missions out in the world on this Levian Bay, and here's one of it. You can already see that this is a soldier mission, so at least they tell you that you can go there and then defend. So that means this one, like I said at the very beginning, is the wave, you know, defend this area of objective from all the mobs that are going to be coming. So that's what that soldier quest does. Now, let's talk about the questing objectives for a little bit. Can you guys see the quest objective? So lighting the way, other games would have said kill 8 out of 10 Dagoons, or kill 8 Dagoons, or kill 10 Dagoons, or light 6. Wildstar is a bit clever. They changed it up to show percentage. And you know, other games that do this, for example, would be Guild Wars 2, which doesn't tell you a percentage, it doesn't give you a number, it just gives you a bar. So when you kill mobs, you make that bar fill up, and then objective complete, quest complete. Wildstar, on the other hand, it just gives you a percentage there. So lighting the signal flares, 1 is 20%. So if you do the math, then you know exactly how many you need to do. So what does that do? A lot of people will be like, "Oh, that doesn't mean anything." It actually helps. If I'm being really honest, you know, it actually helps, because when you see the objective right away. Oh, I need to kill 20 of these monsters. The first thing, at least for me, the first thing that hits me is like, well, bloody woohoo, that sucks. This is boring, you know, kill 20 monsters, whatever. When it's a percentage, the effect is not exactly the same. You know, I'm like, okay, all right, I'll just move these along and see and watch that percentage go up. So I'm not saying it's for everybody, or that's what everybody may feel or think, but that's for me. Okay, we've got loot on the landscape. How do you pick them up? So this V button here simply means vacuum loot. So Wildstar lets you gather AoE loot just by hitting a hotkey, which is a cool feature. I like it, because in other games you don't even get AoE loot until much later on, man. So kudos to Wildstar for making it like a feature. Okay, someone's casting. I just stunned him, and if you get them in a line like that, and you can kill 2 at once, you will get that. Did you hear that? Double kill. And the guy actually announces that. And I do believe a triple kill or whatever could be an achievement as well. Okay, those are just landscape lightning that you want to be aware of. Stay out of the way. I did see like a soldier mission somewhere. Jagged Cove is up there, but there is a quest down here. Elden Artifact on the minimap. And all these stuff with the icon there simply means that those are quest objectives, so you'll never, you know, miss anything. Okay, what do we got? This Elden artifact is lying out in the open. Other artifacts, if found, would go a long way towards helping the Dominion learn the secrets of the Elden. Okay, what am I going to get for this? This is the shield. So here's the shields that I was talking about, and you get 3 different types of shields. Some shields will help you, you know, boost different stats. So this one, 675 mech shield, also gives me shield mitigation and shield reboot time. What is a shield reboot time? When the shield expires, when that blue bar expires, it's going to take a while before it replenishes again. So it's not like if the blue bar is gone, the shield's gone, then it's gone. You got to buy a new shield. No, it doesn't work like that. It's going to replenish over time. So some shields will have better replenishing time, I suppose, reboot time as it's called. So this one's a 4.8 second reboot. This one's a 2.5 second reboot. If I do finish this quest, I'm going to go with the first one, so let's go ahead and find more of these artifacts. Sweet. So now I've got more objectives on the map. Kill more of these Dagoons and stuff and find... let's get this group. I do like this class, the Engineer's huge range for his attacks. That simply means that I can afford to be a bit lazy in terms of where I aim my... telegraphs on the ground and everything, because other classes, especially my previous main class, which is the Spellslinger, I can guarantee you the size and the width of the telegraphs it's not going to be as big as the Engineers. So I do appreciate the larger Engineer attack cone, if you want to call it that. Okay, let's drag a few. Let's see, since this is a tanking type class. Okay, he's charging over there. I've stunned both of them. Trying to get them both lined up so I can kill 2. Well, he didn't die.
Double kill.
Yeah, double kill. Seaspine Guruk. This big guy is also part of my objective, so why not just kill him? Oh, I think I got a critter. Sorry, critter. Now, one of the skills I haven't showed off yet is actually my R skill. This one is a mode, Eradicate, an offensive stance that grants a conversion. So this one's just going to give me a boost of DPS, and that's the R key. So hitting that, I go into like a super engineer mode or whatever, and I think I do more damage. So, and this has a pretty long cooldown, so you want to save that for like big fights or when you're in a sticky situation. Then you usually, you know, use your R key. In PvP, the art is timing and using those skills properly. Okay, what's left? Signal flares, basically, and then I'm done here. But I see now 2 soldier missions available. I think if I click on one, it's going to tell me where. Yeah, just like that. So if I click on an objective on my quest log, the arrow is going to come out and point you to where you need to go. Oh, there it is. That's the first soldier path thing. That's those signal beams I was talking about. And once you go here and you click on that, then your soldier path thing starts. So let's do that. Activate the beacon. So thus begins the first part. Hold out. Come on, Daguns. Oh, I think I pulled a stray one. Oh, screw it. Let's get everybody lined up. And pew pew.
Here comes another wave. Cut them down one by one.
Okay, whoever's talking in my ear is really hardcore about killing these things. What's my... Oh, more. I will. Don't worry. Oh, casting. Get him. Big guy. This is Wildstar's version of a, what? A wild bear? Enraged Girok? I don't have my stun, it's on cooldown at the moment. So if he casts again, I'm 10 seconds behind. So let's go into big mode. Oh man, he's casting and I don't have my stun. Doesn't matter. Kill. Yeah.
With such soldiers as you, the Dominion is unconquerable.
There you go. I've just leveled up in my soldier's path, and I think on the top right you'll see here level up, and I can hit the C rewards. And as a soldier path, I now get, what do I get? A conscript because of my new path level. As for my new level, I'm level 3, but I kind of missed all these new level up like rewards in terms of what it tells you I can do. New PvP feature dueling, new content finder. I've already been through some of these, so I guess top right's where I need to look whenever I level up or, you know, do something cool. So now that I have my new title, change title is basically up here. Smart Shopper, that's what I have. No, screw that. I'm going for conscript. And done. Yippee yay! I don't have nameplates turned on, so you're not going to see that. Damn it, I already picked this. Yeah, let's clear everything. Okay, next objective. Let's see where the next soldier mission is. Oh, about 1,000 meters away. So I guess it's... Oh. Okay, the zoom feature in the main map is really wonky. Alright, so I guess it's taking me there. So let's go and... what about Elden Excavation? That's 200 meters that way. So Stormcaller Landing is where it wants to take me. Great. And you know what? Since I'm only going to be streaming for a while, let's go ahead and use the Equivar. So that's given me a mount for 2 hours. And where's your mount panels? At the bottom left side of the screen here, under my webcam. And that up arrow simply means that you can just toggle between the amount of mounts that you have. And then I think Z is the key to summon your mount? Yes, okay, I got that right. So Z is your default hotkey to summon a mount, and the cool thing about Wildstar is, like I said, you know, original IP, original monsters out in the world, and this is just one example of some of the crazy things you can write in this game. Now, if I open the store and go under mounts, you'll see there's a whole bunch of different weird things that you can use as mounts. I mean, some of them are pretty cool. Starships, more hoverboards, but a large majority of it is going to be like natural wildlife and stuff. I think there's a really cool car type. There's some cars and some motorcycles that you can ride as well, but they're all designed in this wacky Wildstar palette, I suppose. As for speed, well, it's decent. I mean, you know, coming from Rift, I can definitely tell you it's faster. And I thank God, you know. I don't think I could take slow mount riding. So Stormcaller landing. Let's go pick up some Elden artifacts. 87 meters. Elden artifacts. 50 meters. Are they on the beach? Yeah, okay. So they're in clams, huh? Okay. Collecting pearl. Oh no, this is a challenge. Okay. What's the challenge? Collect pearls from sea pine mollusks before the time runs out. Okay, so Wildstar does have these landscape challenges too, and it starts as randomly as that. So you got to pick a few to get to the next rank, which I believe is silver. And the challenging thing is that I've just pissed off a bunch of these snails for doing so. And well, great. I'm gonna fail this challenge. I've been dazed. Well, I thought I was picking up the quest objective. Oh, leave me alone! Goddamn snails! I want to finish this challenge. Come on. I've not done this challenge before. Okay, it definitely looks like these snails aren't gonna let me do it, so I'm just gonna have to kill them. Double kill. No.
Double kill.
Okay. Now, give me my damn mollusks. I've got 1 minute left on the clock to try and get to silver rank. I definitely can't do it with this guy shooting at me. Engineers, I have to say, slow DPS at the very beginning, but I'm sure it gets better with better gear. My Spellslinger or my Warrior or even my Stalker would kill this guy in a heartbeat. But you can see, whenever I cast that, you'll see it has a charge. My shotgun has a charge before it actually fires off. That's just my personal choice. I picked the Engineer. I'm going to suck it up and just play with it.
Challenge complete.
Challenge complete. Ooh, okay. Oh, but it's bronze. Okay, that's fair. So each level range zone has its own challenge reward track located in your codex, which is L. Complete challenges in those zones to earn points towards some awesome rewards. When you finish a track, start it over again to earn new rewards. So now that I know I've got bronze, anytime I come back here, you know, I can just try that again and, you know, go for silver or gold. Guild Wars 2 has this, if you think about it that way. You know, Guild Wars 2 has a lot of these mini-game type content in the landscape that is pretty fun. And the difference there is, like, I don't think I got any good rewards for doing the challenge. Oh, look, Engineer Dynagroove Wave Shield. So I've already picked up a Wave Shield here. I'm just going to equip that real quick so I can show you guys what that looks like. So this little part here at the bottom where my nameplate is, that blue part on the left side is basically my shield. And when that depletes, then my enemies will get a clean shot at my HP bar. At endgame, you know, the shields are a lot more harder to deplete, and in PvP, it's hard. You know, some players will go for shields that take hard to kill, basically. All right, am I done? Yeah, I'm pretty much done. So let's hit Z, get on a mount, and go turn in this stuff. Where are we turning in? I'm trying to read the map properly. So Elden Excavation is there, and Lighting the Way is there. So let's go turn in Lighting the Way first. Ooh, looky, new player. Uhara. Can't even pronounce that. Sorry if I get their name wrong. Alright. So, for those of you guys watching, have you guys played Wildstar before? If not, what do you think of Wildstar so far, based on what you've seen here for the Dominion starting area? Let me know your thoughts. Ooh. Yeah. I'm gonna stay away from that. Okay, here we are. Stormcaller landing, and I guess this is where I'm gonna turn in some stuff. Wingman Volaticus.
Keep us waiting.
Not bad work up there, Gov, but I'm afraid you've missed the show. Lady Zin has already left for Starcom Station. You mean she's gone?
Right then.
Okay, find Artemis Zin. That's my next objective. What do we got? Lady Zin tasked me with finding her missing cambots, an errand I gladly turned over to you. They were dragged away by malverines, so another local wildlife here. So you may have to kill a few first. Yay, kill quest. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Alright, I'll take that.
I'll send word you're on the way.
That icon, that exclamation mark with the mountain at the background, I believe that is signaling to an exploration quest. I could be wrong, but they do try and classify their different quests that way. That just looks like an exploration quest. In the meantime, oh look, a cube. Alright, if you're a new player and you do love lore and everything, when you see cubes like these floating around out in the landscape or in different quest hub, you definitely want to click on them because it's going to play a short audio snippet of some lore or backstory. So I'm going to turn up the volume here and click on that cube and let you guys listen to what exactly it does.
The Nexus Project. Without question, this is the most significant scientific endeavor in galactic history, representing the penultimate achievement of the Elden intellect. If indeed we reach our final goal, then the fate of our people, even that of the universe itself, will be irrevocably changed. The data generated by the project will be vast and invaluable, and it is within the Elder Cube that all of our secrets here on Nexus will be contained.
Cool. So basically, think of it as like, you know, snippets or vlogs or audio vlogs of the Elden race that used to live here and build here and whatever. And they're always, you'll find these cubes out in the landscape, and you know, they're just there for some flavor and backstory. So Counselor, let's go turn this in. The Cube of Knowledge. You have the opportunity to investigate the mystery of the Elden disappearance. The Elder Cube should reveal much if Lady Zin can locate it. Before you go, read this Enigma Chamber mission brief and review this data cube. Hell, like I know a damn thing about that. Okay, here goes. Read the Enigma report. I'm not gonna enjoy this. It's probably gonna be a long one, full of scientific words that I won't even understand. But it is just a piece of lore, so never mind. Next time. I'm not in the mood for that. What do we got here? Supply Officer Daru, who's a quartermaster. I'm not sure what that object or that symbol means above his head. Probably means just vendor. So yeah, probably means vendor. So here you can just buy new items for currency, and the currency in this game is, if I'm getting it right, there's 3 stages. There is the copper. Yes, copper, silver, and then platinum as the most valuable or the highest currency that you can earn. So he's selling level 5 stuff, and I'm only level 3, so no point looking at this stuff, and I'm not going to be using any of these anyway. As for selling, yes, great, yeah, I do remember this now. They do have a sell junk button, which love, 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 love. Any game or any MMO that do not have a sell junk or sell trash button, shame on you. So let's go hit that sell junk. Can I auto sort my inventory too, please? Item sorting. Quality. Yay! Alright, cool. So I can sort my stuff as well. Nice. Yeah. Wow, I'm rediscovering some love for Wildstar as to why I jumped in when it launched. I mean, it has a lot of ideas and systems that I do appreciate. Alright, let's collect this, again, piece of lore and not read it. So I'm gonna have to find Artemis Zin, that's 169 meters away. At the same time, kill Malverines, retrieve this bot, retrieve that bot. So they're spread out all over the area, and I could just pick, like, you know, one of these objectives to pursue first. So let's go pursue them. First off, I'm just gonna pick up that. Why the hell not? Since it's just lying there. Oh, we got Tom in chat. Hello, Tom3 Kings. What up, man? Good morning to you. It says Adrian, I love you. Have a great stream. I love you too, Tom. And I will have a great stream. Hey, when's the next time you're streaming, buddy? You need to let me know so I can jump into your stream and say hi. And hopefully, fingers crossed, I am awake when you stream. I know you're leveling in World of Warcraft, right? You're leveling a paladin, if I got that detail right. Okay, I'm gonna kill some Malverines now. I just need to find out what Malverines are. Oh, there we go, Malverine Stalker. Oh, look, another player. How rare is that? I mean, it is 10:35 p.m. for me in Malaysia right now. So it's good to see other players actually out and about, you know, leveling for the first time or whatever. Or maybe just leveling an alt. Either way, good to see them. So I thought Malverin would be like wolves, because the closest thing that came to my mind was Wolverine. But they are like Yeti, forest Yeti type creatures. Yeah, double kill, good. Ooh, Medic's Accent Warp Assist model. What is that? Alright, that big block or no icon simply means that I cannot use it. So, you know, Wildstar does drop gear for other classes that you can't use, which is kind of a waste. Because as a free player, you know, bag slots are pretty limited. And picking up junk like that only means you need more trips back to a vendor. Stun! Zap! Die. Yeah, it's not having as much of a big DPS impact as I thought I would have. But maybe that's just the engineer though. Like I said, based on memory, like other classes, especially Stalker, Spellslinger, and Warrior, would smoke this guy. As far as combat goes, like I'm looking at my bottom bar and just relaying a few details to you. I think you can see that some of it's going to be global cooldown, like your basic attacks and all. It's going to be a global cooldown. And then there's going to be some executable buffs and stuff that you can use. Stuns maybe as well that are on a separate cooldown. But for the most part, some of the basic attacks are on a global cooldown. I don't remember if that was the way it used to be. I can't remember. It's been far too long. Alright, I'm at 79%. Ooh, what's this? There's a shiny piece of earth on the ground with a reveal icon. Let's go and click that. Discoveries are hidden bonuses scattered throughout Nexus and beyond. A wide variety of goodies and buffs await the adventurers who can find them. Got it. So what's in it? Ooh, lesser runecrafting bag, bandits, necrocrite shooters. So I got I'm pretty sure that is a Spellslinger's pistol. Yep, required level 8. See, he's giving me all this stuff that I can't use, but I can always sell them for cash, I suppose. Now the standard backpack. Ooh, expands your inventory by 5 slots. I like that. I'm gonna use that straight away because more inventory space is good. So that means to equip new bags, you know, this is where you go to, and then you can see how many bag slots you have. So it's one of those games that, you know, I think you can have a crafting profession that will craft more bags for your character. I do believe that is a thing. Or if it fails, you could go to the auction house and pick up some there. Or if I'm guessing, you can buy some in the store. Let me just search for bags. Actually, no, you can't buy bags in the store. How crazy is that? I mean, that's the first thing that popped in my head. Okay, for convenience, if the game wants to make money, they'd probably sell bags in the store. Nope, not here. Wow, really? That's interesting. Oh, never mind. Is this it? Elegant holding pouch 1 pack. 17 sumptuous slots of inventory space. I take that back. There is. It's just worded differently. So I used to work in public relations, specializing in SEO, search engine optimization, where keywords are very important to how people accept and absorb marketing and content. And as a consumer or user, you know, when you're looking for something, the first thing, if you need bag space and you go to the store, a cash shop, what's the keyword you're going to type in the search function to look for bags? Bags. That's exactly what I did. So elegant holding pouch, like I get Wildstar wants to be all this flashy, out of the box, you know, cute and cuddly attitude. They want to be out and different. I get that, but those basic things, you know, it has. If people are looking for bags and they can't find it in your store, you're not making money. I had to manually look for the bag. I mean, it's such a simple thing, and it's an MMO. While I am talking about an MMO, I mean, it applies to real life too. If you own an online store, or if you're like a YouTube channel or whatever, you know, and you want people to find your content, if you're looking for content, you have to tag it and, you know, make it marketable and searchable. Or, you know, people are just going to go to other people who have been doing that properly. So maybe that's something Wildstar can look at. Not just from the store, but in general as well. Like, what do people look for in MMO? Or when people want to do something in MMO, what are they going to look for? What are they going to gravitate towards? Again, a new medic item. I keep getting medic shit. Come on. There's not been an engineer drop for me ever since I got out here to the starter zone. But am I done with, yep, I'm done with those monsters. I can now get on my mount and make my way to retrieve Cambot Z1. That looks like it's actually in this cave. As far as, like, environmental design goes, like, I do like it. I have my preferences, like, in terms of my favorite Wildstar zones and everything. But, you know, I have to say some of these areas, especially later in the game, you know, when it introduces you to different biomes, like this is just one, it's like a coastal map or whatever, but Wildstar later on has like a desert map, it's got like a lush tropical forest map, it's got a snowy mountain biome, so there's various different maps and biomes, and I think they're all designed pretty nicely. It's just that the way I remember it, the content though, the slogging of objectives in those maps is what made it really painful to go through, especially when there's like a huge divide between the low-level players and high-level players, and there's only a handful of people in between. You're going to be on those maps alone for hours, and that is the most painful thing to go through as a Wildstar player. So let's go ahead and recover this bot because it's beeping annoyingly. So bot collected. Let's get out of here. But actually, there's something here as well. This guy... Oh, I see. It's a dead person. I thought he was the quest guy, but it's actually the dead person. So, investigate the slain agent. What do we got here? What is dead may never spy? That's interesting. What is dead may never die's house? Oh, man. Greyjoy. There we go. This mangled corpse is clothed in the uniform of a Black Hood agent. The presence of this unfortunate individual indicates the exiles must be close. Ooh, exiles. I mean, that doesn't mean enemy players that are of the exile faction. It's just introducing you to the exiles as enemy NPCs to fight, because Wildstar does try and get you hyped up for the confrontation between the opposite faction. Exile versus Dominion. It does that a lot in its writing and in its content, especially in PvP. That's all, you know, Dominion versus Exiles, although that may have changed recently because of population issues. I don't know. So let's go ahead and pick this up. I'll let someone know about this. And there's a Datacron over there. I'm gonna run as he talk.
These bipedal predators are particularly nasty. They are highly territorial, are naturally aggressive, and display coordinated attack behaviors as they stalk their prey. Although I generally consider nature to be little more than a blind invalid playing games of chance, I must admit that these creatures are an inspired product of evolution. I must remember them for my future work.
Okay, that's cool. So I was in a cave full of Malverines, and there was a Datacron there, and clicking that just gave me more information about the Malverines, so I do like that. Alright, I just came across another quest here. I'm going to pick that up shortly, but I'm going to check in the chat real quick here. Tom, with the heart-shaped thing there, says, I'll do my best. Maybe you can help me learn about stream schedules and how to let my followers know. Yeah, man, no problem. Anytime. Just hook up with me on Discord, and we will talk. He says, I still just stream kind of willy-nilly whenever I want, but I'll try to keep you posted. I also want to level in this game big time, so we should get down on Wildstar together too. Oh man, like tonight, me jumping back into Wildstar is more of a, you know, just a chill stream. I just had this itch for Wildstar because a lot of people have been talking about it recently. You know, ever since I put out that video on YouTube talking about which MMORPGs would you like to see a reboot, and somebody brought up Wildstar, and that kind of resonated with me because Wildstar is one of those games that I looked forward to. I played at launch, and I would love to return. And I don't know, maybe do a review in the future or something like that, because Wildstar is the first MMORPG I reviewed on YouTube. It's one of the first top 10 reasons to play videos that I ever made, but it wasn't very good, obviously, because it's the first video, and anybody's first video is terrible. So I do have plans to go back and rectify that and cover this game in depth from a new player review. So that could be a thing, but in the future, Tom, because right now, Rift Prime, I need to get that done. I need to get Rift Prime done. Wigga says Greyjoy. Yes, Thank you, Iga. House Greyjoy. What is dead may never die. And gosh, I'm a big Game of Thrones fan in terms of watching the TV shows. Read, I would say 80% of the novel. The last novel was just a monster to get through, and I still haven't finished it. Dance with Dragons. And, you know, just watching the social media pages for Game of Thrones and looking at all the snippets of what's coming out next year is like, oh, cannot wait. Okay, new quest, what do you got? You stumble upon the body of a courier slain by a Malverin. His cargo is clearly intended for the Overlook camp. I'll deliver the crate. And it doesn't have you pick up the crate. You know, some games, and these are the ones that I'm kind of split. Like, maybe I would say, like, games like, I want to say ESO, or other games, maybe Warcraft, and, you know, the same quest. You have a crate. You gotta pick it up and deliver it, so that means you actually pick it up and then you gotta walk the way. Wildstar, you just pick it up and then you just run. Which one do I prefer? I prefer actually, you know, picking up the crate and then moving along, or actually putting it on my mount or something. Make it a visual. Oh, I found what I was looking for. That damn robot. Alright, Artemis Zinn here. I found the Starcom station, but it's degrading my comm signal. Make your way to my position at once. Lady, I just found your 2 dead robots. Can you give me some, you know, credit or some thank you at least? As far as new players out there, like, you'll see that me just following the main hub or just following the main narrative, there's other areas that I haven't explored, and if you are, you know, very ADD or whatever, and you need to have complete discovery and everything, by all means go do that, because I actually do think in later zones, you know, you can find like other quests that you miss or other lore bits or whatever in these undiscovered areas. I'm not going to be spending the time to do that. I'm just going to be moving along. But on my first character, that's exactly what I did. You know, I just went everywhere and checked out everything. So for all my quest turn-ins, everybody's here, which is sweet. So let's go start turning in stuff. Artemis Zinn first. Ooh, so that's the complex she was talking about. Wow, look at this place. Damn it. My draw distance should be better than that. Come on. Max camera distance, field of vision's just nice. Yeah, I think that's it. View distance. Both are at max right now, so let's go back. Damn it. Still can't see the end of the mountain there, but yeah, pretty awesome in terms of design. And you know, don't be fooled. Wildstar is huge. Some of these landscape vistas and everything, they're pretty big. The questing areas is also pretty big, which I think somewhat contributes to the feeling of emptiness and loneliness when you're out and about questing in level 30 and 40. Especially, you know, when I was taking my second alt through, I think on the 3rd month after Wildstar launched the first time, like I said back then, a lot of the player base were either just starting out or already at level 50, you know, doing the end game stuff. So the in-between zones, the level 25s maybe, all the way up to the level 45s or whatever, were kind of like barren wastelands. And I think even though I do love that some of these maps are huge and everything, and to cover the ground and the distance between some of them is actually crazy, I think it contributed to the fact that the quest hubs or the quest areas were kind of scattered, and there's a lot of traveling to get to them, and kind of why you don't see players, or you hardly bump into players. At least that was my experience like 4 years ago. It should be better now. So, actually, I take that back. I don't know. That was misinformation. I said it should be better now. That was totally out of mindless optimism. I don't even know why I said that. I don't know if it's better now. So let me just take that back and make that clear. Alright, good. My cambots and the hired help remind me to command Volaticus. You are just in time to witness one of the great moments in galactic history. That's a Star Wars thing to say. Alright, gimme my gloves. Let's equip that. Yay. How close am I to... Ooh!
Time to crack some skulls.
Yeah. I was just about to say, how close am I to leveling up? And then that guy with the electric guitar just comes in. But that was cool. Like, I'll say it again. You know, that part, this is probably the best level up indicator in any of the MMOs I play. I mean, most of them will just be the boring ones, you know, ding, level up, boom, you know. Maybe Lothros one's pretty cool because you get to see like the white tree of Gondor just lights up, you know, when you level up or whatever. This one's really awesome. I just love Wildstar's way of telling you you leveled up, but you could be so much better. Oh, what's happening down there? Oh, look, I think we have those are speed boosts. If I go run and grab one of those things, it's actually a speed boost. And I think they're actually having a duel down there. I could be wrong, I don't know. Alright, doesn't matter. Let's go ahead and click Elden Security here. If we're going to enter the Starcom station, I'll need you to deactivate its internal security systems. The terminal on top of the station should do the trick. So what, basically go up there, flick a switch? I can do that. I'll see what I can do.
You'll find.
Okay, cool. Let's see some level up rewards this time. Welcome to your new level, level 4. This time they're going to teach me... Oh, I got a new class ability, the Artillery Bot. Yeah. Alright, so this is basically the... You know, if you've seen Wildstar and you've seen some, you know, videos of the Engineer class, you usually see him with a robot. This is that robot. So let's hit number 4. And... ta-da! That's my little pet there, Artillery Bot. I don't think, unlike, you know, other games where you get pets, I don't think you can control your pet skills. Oh no, you can. Alright, this little box down here. You click on that, and then that's going to show you the different options for what your pet can do. So you got assist, passive, defensive, or aggressive. I'm going to go with assist. Play it safe. And then you got attack, stop, and go to. So that's pretty cool, but other than that, you don't have individual controls over what skill it has and everything. Or I could be wrong, I don't know. I've never leveled an engineer past, I don't know, 20, so I can't really say. Other than that, okay, fourth LAS slot. Okay, I see. So I don't know what level you start earning points as, in terms of ability tier points. Maybe level 10 and above. I'm not too sure. Sorry, you guys. But once you start getting ability points, you can then start spending them into your individual skills. So for example, Zap is one of the skills I have. That's the one where you're going to stun an enemy, especially when he's casting, so that he becomes vulnerable to your heavy attacks. And if I want to level that up, then I'll simply just click here and then, you know, level up all the way up to level 40 and then 45. And you can do the same for all your skills, but you only have a certain amount of ability tier points at max level. So you want to make sure you are using a good guide or, you know, a build to make sure that you're putting your points into the skills that actually matter. So if you want to tank, some of these skills will be different. You'd go into support maybe. If you want to just DPS, then you'd probably put all your skills into the more DPS skills here on your ability bar. So again, I don't know when do I get points. Maybe level 5 onwards, maybe 10, I don't know. So let's clear it all. Wiga says, is the level up animation different at level cap? I'm not sure. It's been a while since I've been level cap, Wiga. I think my last level cap character was 2014. If you mean like the whole level up thing that comes across, maybe, and they should be, because Wildstar is just that flashy game. I wouldn't be surprised if they make the animations for level 50 more crazy, more electric guitar, more graphics, and that guy in the background just talking more shit. I would totally expect that. Okay, you found a good selection of Elden artifacts. Amazing. I must investigate them at once. Let's see, I already got a shield from the landscape, so all of these aren't really upgrades to what I actually got, which is a shame. This one has the better shield regenerate though, 10%. I'll just take that. Thank you.
Blessings of the Scions.
Okay, cool, so that's done. Who else do I need to turn in? Supervisor Cernelia.
You want to say something?
Another dead career, bollocks. Oh yeah, that's right. Remember how I said like the exiles do have the American accent, while the Dominion faction, the one that I'm representing, is all British accent. So yeah, kind of like what they write in terms of their quest dialogue also reflects that. Bollocks. 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 Another dead career, bollocks. They's dropping like flies, stays, and all due to them infernal Malverines. That's my horrible British accent, which people start downvoting me for or disliking. Sorry, you folks, you UK folks. I'll work on my British accent, I promise. I'm not very good. Okay, next.
Tell
What is dead may never spy. Let's turn this in. My team will search the area for any additional spies. Now, let me see the datacron. It appears to be encrypted.
I will remember this.
Well, there's not really a follow-up there. I mean, for some of these starter quests. Or maybe there is. I mean, I do see him playing with the holocron that I just gave to him. But there isn't really a follow-up, so that just basically means it's just like a normal quest. Doesn't matter. Okay, Rune rundown. It's time you learn about runes because they'll upgrade your equipment with a wealth of stat bonuses and buffs. Okay, runes. This one will give me max health. Runes are basically things that you can put into your gear, so I'm going to receive a brutal runic shoulders here, which is basically some shoulder pads, and you can see that at the bottom there, it has an open life slot. So you can only equip life runes into this slot. So there's going to be a bunch of other runes that you can find or craft in-game, and they all go into the various different slots, so you want to make sure that, you know, at level cap, you are self-sufficient in terms of how many, what runes you can craft, and life one gives you health, and I do believe the fire one or something gives you damage or crit. I can't remember. So I'm just gonna guess you right-click that to insert that. Oh, okay. Is that how it works? No. Okay, alright. So I'm gonna drag this and put it there. Okay, dragging and dropping didn't work. A delete item, no. Okay, this is delete. This is open my trade skill bag. Okay, not sure what that... Oh, trade skill is my crafting bag. There we go. So this is my crafting bag, but it doesn't have anything in it. Or actually it does. It just shows you all the trade skill items that you can grab in game. And they'll just fit in here, basically. So think of it as like Guild Wars 2's crafting material bank. You can get all the crafting materials and just put them... It goes straight into the crafting mats bank. And this is kind of similar. It just shows you all the types of stuff that you can collect out in the world. So I have none. But now I'm still trying to figure out how do I frigging... Okay, so I just equipped that. What's this? Weapon attachment? Okay. 14 assault rating. So I right click to attach? Yeah, okay. So equipping this will bind it to me. So let's equip the rune again. Oh no! This doesn't work. So maybe it's part of a panel somewhere. How do I see what gear? Okay, there we go. So here's the brutal runic shoulders. Let's bring up the bag. Oops, that's my... Oh, right. Okay, this is the social panel. Let's bring up the inventory. So, do I drag and drop? Come on. Alright, I seem to be having some difficulties here. Alright. Ooh, we got a Bakila918 in chat. Says, open your control, click your item you want to put it in. Alright. I'll try that. So, control click. Oh, okay. Wait, control click. I've got a few options here. Edit runes, preview item, and unlock costume item, or link to chat. Nope, that didn't work. Let me just drag that back out here. Nope. Edit runes. There we go. Oh gosh. Took me a while to get that. Okay, so reroll a rune slot. Oh, okay, that's it. So this gear that I have came with a life slot, right? But if you don't like it, then you can click to reroll. Now, I don't know what this entails. Is it going to cost omnibits, or is it going to cost some form of currency or whatever? But I do have this rune here. There we go. Alright, new players, I just solved a problem for you because there wasn't like a tutorial or anything to teach you how to equip runes. But that's just for basic rune equipping. There's create basic runes here and create stat runes here, but you can't. It's locked at the moment because it is part of rune crafting, which is probably a crafting profession that you can get later on. Yeah, I want this. This is better to regenerate. And I probably should sell stuff. Oh, look at this. What do we got? This is heavy armor shoulder, but I'm already wearing something else. Am I? Yeah, I've already got the max health one. Oh boy. Well, I'm gonna go with the one that I just upgraded because it had the rune anyway, so. As for the rest, what is this? Lesser rune crafting bag. So it's already given me a bag full of rune crafting stuff. I saw some stuff just drop on the landscape, and it's now in my crafting bag, I want to assume. So yeah, it's all here. So I've got some new rune crafting stuff, and this is going to help me create runes. So I need to get to a main town to do that, which I'm nowhere near, as usual, because I'm still stuck in the starter zone. Okay, I've got what I needed here. What else we got? The quartermaster. Ooh, this is the mailbox, by the way. This is what the mailbox looked like with an item up there. Do I have mail? No, I don't. And the quartermaster, again, let's go sell some trash, because I want my bags as clean as possible. I'm gonna guess right-click to sell? Yeah, okay, there we go. Get rid of all these junk. Especially the things I can't use. Oh, and now that I'm level 5, I could probably open this back too. The Protostar Revolution. Oh, I'm not level 5, I'm level 4. Never mind. Silly me. Okay, down we go. All done security. How long do I have left on my mount? It says 1 hour left on my mount. Great, let's go. And for those that didn't use the mount boost, here's an example of a speed boost. Now, remember at the character creator screen, like I said, you got those 4 different paths to choose from. Now, if you pick a settler, I think one of the settlers' cool things that you can build in or around questing hubs is to, you know, give you speed boost or whatever, and then you can click on that, and then you can just get a speed boost. This is just for tutorial's sake, so if I run in one of these things, boom, speed boost. And again, hey, oh shit, there we go. Yeah, this can be a little hard to control. Alright, here we are. Ooh, lots of things happening down there. Oh, my pet just cut up to me. Okay, let's activate this. The terminal's power source is damaged. You'll need to locate a suitable replacement. Perhaps the Alden constructs have compatible power cores? Perhaps. So where... I guess I'm going down, huh? Ooh, Datacron. So I'll let him talk as I go down.
Is one of my most elegantly designed facilities. A powerful communications device that allows us to securely send massive amounts of scientific data across the vastness of space without fear of signal loss or interruption. Given the importance of the information that we will soon transmit, my extensive efforts in its design and construction were undoubtedly justified.
Okay, sweet. So some back things, some back lore over there. I just jumped down and I nearly went into these that laser thing. So we got power cores here on the ground. Let's go collect that. But I also see like these guys have a oh, call incoming.
Let's hear it.
Artemis here. Okay, what do you got? The power pods below the station entrance are routing energy to the internal defense systems. Leap through the pods to disrupt them and stop the flow of energy. Sounds like some jumping involved. Great.
We don't want things to get any worse.
Okay, I'll do it. But again, there's this, you know, hidden reveal thing here. Probably good for gear. Gimme. What do you got? Is that cash and currency? What is that? No, it's a buff. But I don't exactly know what buff it does. Oh, it kind of disappeared again. So I'll just keep that buff. Maybe it's for credits, or maybe it's for, you know, how much money I earn or whatever. I'm not exactly familiar with this, you know, discovery system because it could be new. Check it in chat. Bakila says, sorry, control on the piece of gear you want to put it in. Copy that. Yeah, I figured that out in the end, but thanks so much. Your pointer really helped me out there. Because for whatever reason, I don't think there was like a tutorial that taught me how to put in runes, unfortunately. We got Seuside in chat. I hope I'm getting your name right. Seuside says... Oh, it's behind. Alright, Seuside says, you can take a look at your account inventory. If you played at release, you will have some stuff. Yes, I do have plenty of stuff. And some of the stuff I have is incredibly rare because I was in closed beta all the way up until open beta. and I have a lot of boom boxes. I'm not sure if there's any existing Wildstar players from launch, then you know what those are. So this is my account inventory, basically all the stuff that I've kind of locked. Some of them are account-wide, and some of them are one-time use. So I've got stuff like the Battlesworn costume bag, and then a flask of advancement. These is multi-claim. So some items multi-claim means that I can claim this unlimited amount of times across any or all characters that I have, or any new characters that I create. But then there's going to be some that are once and done. So I'm saving the once and done for my main character whenever I'm familiar with her again and I'm comfortable to go back to her and start questing and doing the new content. Then I'll probably claim some of the good stuff. But I've got mounts in here, I've got die kits, and the most precious things for me are these 46 boom boxes. These are loot boxes without keys, and you got boom boxes depending on how much time you spent in the beta for Wildstar, and I was in the beta the whole period, so I had about a ton of boom boxes, and I've opened up a bunch already, but I've got 46 left, so I'm saving that. You know, I probably should open it someday before the game goes away forever. I don't know why I'm holding on to these boom boxes, so I'll probably, because in there you can get some really awesome cool stuff, some rare stuff, but I don't want to open it just yet. So yeah, good point there. My account inventory is full of goodies that I'll probably save for another time or another character.
Please say you have something to report.
Alrighty, Elden security. That should be enough power. Core fragments. Engineer, well done. Thank you. What should I do with them? Isn't it obvious? Yes, it is. Oh, right, but I also have to like jump through the first Elden power pod, which is... voila! Ooh, look at me, all glowy glowy. Okay, disrupting that power pod's energy has given you a burst of speed. You should be able to reach the other pods more quickly. Oh no, I've got 19 seconds to the next pod. Where's the next pod? Where? Okay, I was running the wrong way. 11 seconds! Go, go, go! What happens if I don't make it in time? This is going to suck. Oh, speed boost! Come on! Yeah! 1 second left! Boom! Oh, I made it. Okay, cool. Third pod! Way back there? Okay, great. I'm probably taking the long way around. Don't care. Speed boost! I missed! It's down here somewhere. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, in you go! Alrighty! Yeah! Okay. Phone call.
I'm very busy and important. Oh, it's you.
Okay, what do we got? You did it! What a stellar performance! I doubt I could have done better myself. Of course, I could have, but that's beside the point. That experience was electrifying. Ooh, what do we got? Ooh, Bam Bam! Bam Bamster has just followed the Twitch channel. Thank you, Bam Bamster. And he also says hello in chat. Hello to you. Thank you for following the Twitch channel. And welcome to the stream. Next quest, enter the station. The only thing left to do is activate the terminal. Thanks to you, it should have more than enough power for our needs, and this is going to give me my helm, heavy armor item. Engineers use heavy armor, and then the different classes out there. Spellslingers will use light cloth armor or whatever. Again, thank you, Bam Bam, and it's just, I should have mentioned that at the very start of Character Creator, but I completely forgot.
Good. Very good indeed.
Okay, Elden Terminal should be up there where I came from, so let's get on our borrowed horse here. Horse. What MMO am I playing? This is not a horse, this is like a raptor. Some sort. And let's head up. I think it's up. It should be up. Oh, I was thinking it was this thing. But it is not. I mean, I do see like a soldier icon there. Path mission, defend the research team against the attacking Elden constructs. I don't know if that is going to come really soon after I activate this thing, or it's actually within the complex itself at the bottom. So only one thing to do, just move ahead and find out. Ooh. Cutscene. Wildstar's background music and stuff is top notch, and I say this based on memory. The composer for Wildstar is a guy called Jeff Caretaker. I think it was his first major like MMORPG project, Jeff Caretaker. You can look him up. And I have to say, when it comes to music, soundtrack, and all that stuff, for the different factions, for the different zones, especially the music in the main menu and the character creator is beautiful. If you don't believe me, you gotta just go to YouTube and type in Wildstar character creation music, and you gotta listen to, you know, the subtle themes and everything. It's just beautiful. I love it. Ooh, okay. That was an elevator of some sort, and now we are in deep within the complex. Okay, more quartermaster goods here.
Everything's for sale except the stall.
Oh cool, he's selling a small pouch, expands my inventory by 2 slots. It's not worth the 30 copper, because I'm sure I'm gonna have access to better, you know, better bags later on, so you don't have to buy anything. Let's just go turn this in. Oh, this guy, the Caretaker, I remember. Yeah, so the Caretaker, this green dude here is one of the key characters that you will come across or face in Wildstar, either as an Exile player or Dominion player, and he's truly unique in a way. I think his personality and everything is outstanding, and he plays an important part when it comes to the main story. So let's go ahead and turn this in.
Tell me what I want to hear.
Alright, have you ever seen anything so wonderful? He just looks like a green genie, or a future high-tech genie. Have you ever seen anything so wonderful? This is far more beautiful, far more amazing than I had ever imagined. Let's get that helm.
I do so love.
Okay, next up, introduction to the Caretaker. Speak to the Caretaker. He's a powerful artificial intelligence, so he's an AI, basically. The planet's AI. We're gonna have to help him regain control of this facility if we're going to claim the Elder Cube. Speak to it at once. But as soon as I put on my helm item, and I hope I'm not wearing it. Ah, goddamn. The one thing I dislike about Wildstar is helms. I mean, I'd rather see my own face, please. I don't like the helm. I don't like helms at all. I guess that's kind of true for most MMOs. How do I hide my helm? Oh, I know there's an option in there somewhere. Okay, you know what, screw it. Let's just keep the helm on. Let's move on here. Alright, Caretaker, let's talk. What do you got?
Awaiting data.
You are the sapient of which the Castian female Artemisin told me. If I am to regain control of the Starcom station, I will require your assistance. Economy. Oh, achievement granted. Episode completion. Sea spine point. Do I get anything for that? Your achievement log is also quite in-depth. There's a lot of different achievements that you can obtain either as a solo player or as a guild as well. When you do join a guild, that is. So that was worth 10 points. But again, you know, I think Wildstar's also one of those games that fall into the category of, you know, giving you a ton of achievements to hunt and giving you some points as well, dangling a carrot and a stick. But there isn't really, there's no tangible rewards for completing achievements besides the usual titles and stuff. At least I'm not sure about what you could do with achievement points beyond just that, getting titles. So seizing control. Due to extensive damage throughout the facility, I am no longer in control of the Starcom station. I require you to perform repairs to restore my access. And the reward for that is a Vendy Shot MK1. That sounds like a bunch of garble, but this is basically your health potions in Wildstar. That just restores your health. And a knapsack, which is 4-slot inventory expansion bag. Great, I'll do it.
Your assistance is appreciated. Your survival, not guaranteed.
Cool, so that flashing thing up there just said episode unlocked, world story. World story simply means main story of the world, and I guess when you move through zone to zone, like this is again many years ago, I can't remember if it's called main story or world story, but one of them is your main quest arc that will happen, you know, throughout all the zones that you play through, and it's your natural overarching series of quests that's going to lead you from one zone to the other. So I just picked up some lore there, so let's go take the Elden teleporter to Security Hub Sigma. But before that, I did see a lore cube somewhere around here, unless my eyes are deceiving me. And I can't really use my mount in here, so everything has to be done. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so here's a datacron. I'm gonna let this play while I move on.
The Elder Cube is an extraordinary piece of technology. A storage device with almost limitless capacity, coupled with advanced cryptographical algorithms that are statistically impossible to decipher. For any other endeavor, such a device would be gratuitously exorbitant. But that we've compiled in the Nexus project push even the Elder Cube to its limits. It must never fall into the wrong hands.
Okay, that means whatever cube, the Elden Cube we're going after is dangerous. Okay, Caretaker's calling. The Nexus project is my top priority. I must initialize repair protocols using the station's maintenance constructs, yet they are confined within the security hub Sigma. Once free, they can begin necessary repairs. Okay, I'll release them.
I cannot deactivate these constructs remotely. Pity.
Okay, you can't deactivate them remotely, so obviously that's what I'm here for. I gotta watch out for Elden defenders and protectors as well. But I'm pretty sure I can kill them for some of the stuff that they drop as well. So let's go ahead and initiate some combat here. I've already got my pet out. Oops. I just used a skill. Okay, so he now has a shield. So this is the first mob that I'm encountering that has the shield. And my stun is on cooldown, so that was my mistake. But since my pet is on assist mode, you do see him attacking that as well. And I may actually pull more than one mob here.
Challenge begin.
Oh, challenge begin. Great. What challenge do I have now? Collect power crystals before the time runs out. Okay. Come on. Cast an attack. There we go. Okay, 40% I'm at Elden Power Crystals. Oh, that's pretty bright. Get out of there. Oh hey, look, we got a medic over here. That's what a medic class attack looked like. I'm pretty sure that's a medic, because there's a similar type class that uses like 2 of those weapons that just projects holographic damage, which is basically the Esper. But I'm pretty sure that's a medic, and that's how he heals as well. You know, it's all channeled stuff. I think most classes in this game, when it comes to executing attacks and everything, will rely on those telegraphic channels. But his rate of fire will be better, if you ask me, because from what I'm looking at or what I'm experiencing, like the engineer is a bit slow to build. But I will play with him a bit more, I guess. Double kill over there. I'm still at bronze because my star hasn't filled up yet, and I need to kill these guys. So let's just go ahead and do it. Let's try and finish this challenge before time runs out. Okay, he's casting stun, and boom. Do not underestimate the power of interrupting an enemy or an enemy player while they're casting, because that is going to be your leverage to take him down as fast as possible. Now, what is this? Oh shit, that's a soldier path mission over there, and I'm a soldier, and but I have this challenge going on right now that I want to complete, so I'm gonna complete this challenge. And since there's 2 of us, right, I'm gonna pull a whole bunch of stuff. I'm not sure if he will appreciate this or not, but might as well, right? We've got the numbers, let's make use of it. Come on, cast something. There we go. Sweet. I'm lining everybody up. There we go. So I've got 2 mobs lined up, and that's how you get as much damage as... Ooh. Achievement unlocked. Kill 3 enemies at once, and that's what triple threat is. And really, that's what you're always going to be aiming for, you know. If you're doing it on the landscape, can you line them up perfectly so that when you cast your telegraphic damage skills, you know, you're making the most out of your damage. And that's what Wildstar's combat does to you, which is refreshing compared to when you're playing other theme park MMOs, where it's basically, you know, the same thing: tab target, stand and hit, and movement isn't really a big part of that. So in that regard, you know, I kind of appreciate what Wildstar's combat did to me the first time I played the game, you know, because it made me focus on things that I usually wouldn't be focusing on when I'm playing my MMOs. See, I'm always thinking about how to line things up perfectly and how to do most damage to the most amount of mobs I can. I'm on cooldown. And we're at 63%, and there's only like 2 more minutes to go before this challenge finishes. So, oh look, we got Furburger over there. Hello, Furburger. And he looks like he's a warrior. Warriors have those great swords. And, oh, stun. There we go. Kill. I seem to be the only one that's doing this stun thing. I don't think anybody else here has grasped the concept yet. Okay, so these are the big guys that we need for the challenge. Elden Constructs. But these are Elden Constructs too, so let's just grab as many as we can. And because I'm an engineer, I do have more health. And I'm going to use that to my advantage and just off-tank some of these things. And having that pet does help, I think, when it comes to DPS. Not by much, but hey. Who's casting? Who's casting? This big guy.
Triple kill.
Triple kill again. Good. Ooh.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I just love that. Alright, cool. So, level up. I will check the rewards later. Let's finish this challenge. I want to get the silver. I want to get my silver star and see what that's worth. Come on. The other guy just completely abandoned me and left me to do this on my own. 91% with 1 minute to go. Come on. Come on. I can do this. Follow me. I'm gonna go back to the other area and see what spawns. I took a chunk. Complete! Yay! Bronze completed. Well, 100 points, 100 challenge points earned, and that'll be in my challenge log. And I need 100 more points to claim this bag. Oh, okay, so that's how challenges work. So you are on a reward track for the introductory zones, and then over here you get one bag with the first one, I suppose, which is the small bag, and then reward 2 is ready to, when it's ready to claim, you'll be able to claim it from here. So it's basically edible food and potions. Well, it's called shots, but I'm just gonna call it potions, and then of course your bags as well. So decent stuff. I mean, it's only the early, this is the first introduction zone anyway, so I don't expect the rewards to be great. And I have pulled something. Let's go to that power mode so I can shoot faster and everything.
Achievement granted.
Yay. Achievement granted. What do we got? Ground to bits. That was the latest achievement. Good. So now that I'm level 5, let's go ahead and see what the level up rewards are. You have a new class ability, Volatile Injection. What does that do? It's my number 5 here. Let's see. Generates 5 volatility every 1 second for 10 seconds and grant an empower and defense to yourself and 19 power members for 10 seconds. Whoa! Shit, this guy respawned pretty fast, so let's go ahead and use that. This bar down here that my mouse is on, I think that's the volatility bar, so I'm gonna hit my number 5, and yep, I just got more volatility. It's also given me a bunch of buffs that you can see right on top of my health indicator over here, and it's also for the raid and the party that I'm in, so that's pretty cool. I guess that's like a support skill or whatever. Okay, now what? Repair the Eastern Elden node and the Western node. I guess I'm closer to the Western node, so let's go do that. There's also other... Wow, okay. Their zooming out feature is really sensitive. This automated repairs to that a secondary side quest that I can do. So let's go down here. These lasers are just to put you off. I mean, those are easy to get by. No big deal. Okay, so I do see the bar over there. I may have to get rid of these guys, so might as well. Come to Papa. Come to Papa. Well, I didn't intend on pulling the whole room, but I think that's exactly what I did here. Just boost. Dodging for me is just double tapping, and it's also another important concept that if you're new to Wildstar, you may want to get used to because of the telegraphic system. I mean, you can just move around and dance, but you know, at later levels or in dungeons especially, you know, it's not going to be that slow. I guarantee you, those telegraphs will be coming at you pretty fast, and you definitely want to be comfortable with dodging out of the way. So here's the Elden control panel, and this is probably for repairing those repair constructs that I need. So these guys are in the way. Time to die. Okay, waiting on you to cast. Just like that. Damn it. I can't help but, you know, can't shake that feeling that when I get a mob vulnerable like that. Ooh, minigame. Okay, so I have to continuously tap the F key in order to get that done. Yeah, just one of those quirky things that Wildstar does. We got QTE type games now. Okay, so that is 2 droids over here fixed, and the other 2 should be on the other side, on the eastern side. So let's go. But yeah, as I was saying, you know, when I get a mob here down into a vulnerable state by interrupting their cast, I can't shake that feeling that any other class I would have picked, especially, you know, those DPS type classes, would have killed them fully. But my engineer just... Oh yeah, I forgot about this. We have a soldier quest in here, and I want to get this done. Furburger over here. Hello, Furburger. I do like that sword though. It kind of reminds me of any Guild Wars 2 players here. You guys will know the legendary sword, Dusk or Dawn, or yeah, the night version.
Are to protect your charges or die trying. Now fight, soldier.
Okay, this particular soldier mission is basically kill all these kill waves of enemies, and again, pretty straightforward. Just defend the point until the next one comes. Okay, one wave down, bring on the next.
No fear. Our citizens must be protected from these treacherous foes.
Line him up. Okay, one's dead. Good.
Those people, soldier. Drown these enemies in a river of blood.
I kind of used my stun already, so I can't really protect those scientists here, so I just have to rely on this.
The enemy's
incoming.
blood runs thin with cowardice. Show them the power of the Dominion. Their final
done.
Honorless assault is over. Let all tremble before the power of the Dominion.
Yeah. Alright, check it in chat. Tom says, off to get some work done. Have a great rest of your day, Adrian. Thank you, Tom. Thank you very much for dropping by, man. I do appreciate it. And yeah, I'll catch you in Discord to talk some stuff. I will probably go back and level Rift Prime. You know, one of the reasons why I didn't want to do Rift Prime for tonight's side quest streams, because like I said on Sunday, XP gains is getting slower on Rift Prime now that I'm in the level 41s going on level 50. And what I'm doing tonight is actually I parked my character in Sanctum to give him that rested XP bonus, so that when I continue leveling on Rift Prime on the way to level 50, I should have enough to push me forward to level 45, which is my next goal. So by this Sunday on YouTube for the next leveling stream, hopefully, again, fingers crossed, I should be level 50, and then we can do some expert dungeons and, you know, gear up for level 50 on Rift Prime, and then the review will come out on YouTube. So that's my plan as usual. Speaking of which, if there's anybody here watching on Twitch, you know, seeing this for the first time or whatever, you're wondering who the hell am I review MMORPGs on YouTube. I do have a YouTube channel, Jeremy Adrian, and the link is actually at the bottom of the Twitch, you know, thing that you're watching. There's going to be a link to my YouTube page, and that's where you'll find all my MMORPG reviews. What I do is I play MMORPGs, especially ones that I have never played before, and I'll jump into them and I'll review them from a new player perspective. So that's what my YouTube channel is all about, and my Twitch channel is an extension of that, you know, just me jumping into different MMOs on Tuesdays and Fridays. Fridays for PvP, because PvPs are something I do enjoy greatly about MMOs. I will never shy away from playing a PvP in any of the MMOs, because I love that aspect of MMOs, you know, just being competitive and having fun. It's all about mastering your class, and I don't know, I just love PvP, so that's what Fridays are all about here on my Twitch channel. Now I am done. Let's go and return to the Caretaker and hopefully get out of this, get the cube and get out of here. But this is not the last time you will see of the Caretaker. Like I said, he is a prominent character in the Wildstar show. This guy's still here for a burger. What the hell? Maybe he just likes that mission, I don't know, but let's move on. You know, like I said, good to see other players in the tutorial here. It wasn't something I was expecting. Like, I honest to God, I wasn't expecting to see other players at all. Alright, Caretaker, what do you got?
Please upload relevant data.
Okay, automated repairs. Oh, damn it! I missed the part. I missed a quest. Repair the primary access hub. Damn it. What's that, upstairs? Yeah, I think it's upstairs. Shit. Oh boy, alright. Repair the primary. Okay, that's all the way in the middle and all the way down. Great. I gotta get rid of this guy now. I had to use my R button there just for the DPS boost. But the engineer's R skill, you know, it puts you into this overdrive mode, you know, which gives you all that armor looking, the cool looking thing, which is really cool. Okay, let's fix it and let's get out of here. Okay, now use the teleporter to get back to the vault. There's an XP sign there. I wonder if that's an XP boost, and I wonder why I'm getting an XP boost. Could it be because I was a previous subscriber, or could it be because I have a founding package, or I don't know. I just wish I could read what these XP buffs do. I know there's add-ons and stuff that you can install that actually tells you those kind of things, but right now I'm hovering over them looking for some tooltips, but I don't see any. Doesn't matter, let's move on. Alright, let's turn some stuff in. First things first, season control. The repairs you initiated have been quite effective. Starcom Station is once again under my control. I've also regained control of the remaining Elven constructs. Good, 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 good. Good to hear, because I'm tired of fighting them. So, you're welcome, I think. Let's go ahead and equip that bag for more space, and I'm going to put this on my hotbar. Oh, never mind, it's already on my hotbar. So, whenever you get potions or these injection, you know, healing injections, there's a designated space for healing items, and that goes under the X key here at the bottom of the bar. I think my UI is blocking it, but you guys should be able to see it right here. So, whenever you want to use a healing injection or whatever, just hit the X key. Which is kind of dangerous too, because your Z key right beside it is the one that you use to summon and ride your mounts, so just be wary of that. Right, next quest turn in. The constructs you freed have initiated and completed necessary repairs. The facility is nearly fully operational. I'm speaking way too fast here. I've been speaking a lot this stream. And the Elder Cube? Only one task remains before the Elder Cube is accessible. The key to power. To access the Elder Cube, you'll require a proper access key. Unfortunately, the sub-level the key stored on is infested with Skeech. Not sure what Skeech are, but they do not sound friendly. So I guess I'm going down to fight some Skeech just to get an access key. Well, this Caretaker, I mean, it's also pretty clever, you know. He's an AI, so he's a hologram. If it was a physical person telling me to go down to the basement of the facility and get the key, I'd say, dude, screw you, go get it yourself. By making him an AI, it's kind of a logical decision. Skeech burrows have caused severe instability in the structure of level 3. Collapse these burrows and destroy any Skeech you encounter. I'm curious to know what a Skeech is. Oh, these guys. Skeech are Wildstar's version of goblins, y'all. At least that's to, yeah, they're Wildstar's version of goblins. And, ooh, there we go. Oh, another challenge. Well, great. Okay, let's see if I can die here as a player. And I wonder if there's like a dying, let's hit the R key and let's go into overdrive mode. Super kill, nice. I think that's kill 5 enemies in a row. I think. So that's a Skeech burrow. I'm gonna go again and pull as many as I can, because there is a challenge ongoing, and because I'm an engineer with some health, I'm gonna push my luck and hope these guys are following me. I'm gonna pull the whole room here. Alright, come on, Skeech. Let's do this. Don't try this at home. Okay, let's see. R. Stun. Okay, health going low. I had to use my potion there. Undertaker, achievement granted. Health going low. I don't have my stun yet. I'm 12 seconds away. Wow, I cleared the room, sort of, but I'm only 66% done. But these little goblins are easy to take care of, I suppose, as any class. So, not really a big deal. But look at all the goodies. Okay, let's close this burrow. Ooh, Engineer's Corroded Assault Gun. That's the first gun I've gotten for me. That is a definite upgrade. 334 assault rating and more support rating and crit hit too. Good, gimme. Does that change appearance? It does not, unfortunately. So, now with that, let's go pull more. I'm at 81%, so probably 4 more Skeech and I think I'm done. But let me get all these burrs too. But yeah, I just unlocked a whole bunch of killing achievements in one go. Come on. Come to Papa. Yeah, I think 4 is all I need. But some of these guys are bloody ranged, and that sucks because I want to get them all in close proximity so I can stun them. Come on, cast something. Yes, there we go.
Double kill. Triple kill.
That's all I wanted. And I'm at 98%. Damn it. Okay, one last group, and okay, done. Challenge complete. Okay, let's turn this in. Skeech Incursion. I'll get new pants, which are upgrades, but I can't collect them because this guy just respawned pretty quick. Die already. There we go. Okay, good, good, good. As for the key, it's 44 meters below me, so that means there's going to be stairs.
You show unexpected resilience. You may just survive to the end.
Yeah, I'm not going to fight these guys. I'm just going to pull everything down to me, so whenever that comes down in one area... Oh, that's it. It's right there. Okay, let's see how many we got here. Oh. Yeah, fry, baby. Ooh.
Now things are gonna get real.
Now things are gonna get real. Level 6. Ooh. Okay, good. Let's get the key. I expected it to be all the way down. Okay, Caretaker says, I'm quite perturbed. Skeech have broken the access key to many fragments. If you collect the fragments, I can use them to fabricate. Oh, damn it. So what does that mean? More killing these guys? You should have told me that before I finished the challenge. Now it just seems I'm killing them for no goddamn reason. So that's kind of annoying.
Double kill.
Double kill there. Should I go all the way down? Well, there is a Datacron there. Ooh, look. Skeech Hag. That's like the a Skeech boss. Maybe killing her would give me some good rewards. I don't know. Only one way to find out. Okay, now I'm going to use my pet like I would do if it was another MMO. I'm going to ask my pet to attack the hag using this command. Alright, so the hag has been pulled by my pet. And I am now going to wait for a bit. Ooh. Before I start engaging. And now I have engaged. And I am kind of stuck. Holy cow. Well, I thought I got out of the way. Wow, this mother hag over here is... Well, it's done. I was more admiring the fight sequence rather than thinking of what I should actually be doing, which is interrupting so that I can do more damage. I did get a Skeech Hag hit though, which actually starts a quest. So again, for new players, make sure you kill stuff and find out if there is any rewards. Like I just got a new quest because I killed her. So right-clicking on that will activate the quest, getting ahead. You suspect Analyst Spectre, which is probably just a Dominion scientist, will be interested in the head you removed from the Skeech Hag's corpse. So I will take it to him. And There's things moving in here, and is that a feet? That is a feet. So there's like a human being that's kind of trapped in here, ready to be eaten for dinner. Are these key fragments? Yep, I found all the fragments. Return to the Elder Vault, and let's get this sorted. So I'm going to collect that Datacron and let it play as I run back up. Let's go!
I have requested that the makers install a manual override for the Elder Cube's security systems. Although such a crude technological solution is rarely necessary, it would be unforgivable if the information which describes our monumental achievement here on Nexus was rendered completely inaccessible due to an unforeseen catastrophic event.
Cool. Something popped out at me there on the landscape. Is that a book? Yep, it's a book. And now the Skeech aren't really attacking me. They're in yellow mode at the moment, which means neutral. So they won't attack you unless you attack them first. And the reason for that is because I killed the hag, which is basically the leader of this little area. And I think, if I remember correctly, that tends to happen a lot in the landscape. You know, if you see like a bunch of bears or whatever, and in a bear-infested area where you're questing, and then you do see like a mother bear, and you kill that, and then I think all the other bears in the area will just become docile, you know, and won't attack you because you've earned their respect, or I don't know, some law of nature or something. Let me just check my level up rewards for this level. What do we got? New class ability, particle injector. Click to unlock. No, click to view it, or I could just drag it down. Actually, I can't drag it down because Wildstar only gives you limited ability bar space, so you're gonna have to decide what skills that you want. But it looks like I've unlocked the Walla Tiki Temple too, which is my favorite PvP zone, or my favorite PvP mode here on Wildstar. For those of you who have watched me stream this in the past, it's the one where moody masks will spawn in the map, and then both teams have to go and fight and take a mask and bring it back to their base, and you can steal other people's moody mask and everything. So that's unlocked. That's cool. I always thought that was a level 10 thing, but I unlocked it at level 6. So I think you can jump into PvP now at level 6, which is really interesting. I like that. I've unlocked Baradhor, which is the next zone that I can choose to go to, or Elevar. And there's a new expedition as well, Fragment 0. Now, expeditions based on memory are sort of mini quest contents that sends you to space or something, or like a different part of the world where you can do like tiny quests and objectives. So that's pretty cool. To get these quests, basically, for example, if I want to use Hyperwave now or use Flat Cannon, what I do is I would get rid of this by hitting the X and then dragging Flat Cannon. Oh, I gotta hit it first. I gotta spend it first, and then I guess it comes down. There you go. Flat Cannon's now there. This is the artillery bot, and then over here is all the quests. So now I have, oh yeah, back. Hit use set, and now I can use my Flat Cannon. So that's a way cooler skill for me now, because on the landscape, you know, when I say I pull a bunch of mobs and I need AoE, this is going to be a cool skill to have. With a quick cooldown, no cooldown actually, and I can just spam that if I need to. So, good. Alright, let's clear this and let's go turn this in.
What have you learned?
Okay, I've got your key. The key fragments you retrieve from the Skeech should be sufficient for me to replicate a new key. And that's going to give me some new boots. Gimme.
All sapients on
Boots
Nexus
here.
further the purpose of the Nexus project.
Okay, next quest, unlocking knowledge. The replacement access key has been successfully fabricated. Now Artemis Zinn can use the cube's access panel to access the Elder Cube. I'll take care of it at
Collect
once.
as much data as your primitive intellect can retain.
Alright, Artemis, here you go.
You've made me very impatient.
Finally, the key. This is the moment I've been waiting for. The moment I've dreamt about. Soon the knowledge of Nexus will be mine. And I guarantee you something goes wrong.
Let's give them the finish they've been
Cambots, zoom in. We've only got one take, so make it count. Oh, she's gonna make a TV show. I forgot about that. She wants to broadcast this moment to the world. Stand back, Haveltak. Don't get in the way of my Cambots. This is the most important event you'll ever have the privilege to observe. I hope it's worth the effort. Is that gonna be a cutscene? Yeah.
Always prove most. Cambot 1, Cambot 2. You getting this? Ladies and gentlemen of the Dominion, I present the Elder Cube.
Input accepted. Initiating Elder Cube interface. Please stand by.
Standing by is not really my stance.
Oh, thank you, Bakila918 for the follow. Appreciate it.
Isolation protocols engaged. Priority Alpha. Please stand by.
Uh-oh.
What? No! I was so close!
Well, a whole part of the Dominion race or faction saw that live, and that did not turn out well. Cube's gone missing, infinite amount of knowledge at her fingertips about Nexus, and it's gone. And I guess this is how we start our story on Nexus, huh?
The show must go on.
The Elder Cube is gone. I was so close. The exiles have ruined everything.
I'm about this.
They probably spotted our ships and decided to take the offensive. Okay, next quest, Lost in the Fog. There's nothing left for us here now. We must leave. Go to the Grey Shore beachhead and sabotage exile drop pod beacons to clear the way for our evacuation. Okay, I'll sabotage their beacons.
Nothing like an emergency.
So that's
blood pumping.
That's a very interesting part of Wildstar, really. You know, this how the game introduces you to the world and the story and gets you into the fight. Oh yeah, there's another quest too. I was gonna bring this head of the hag to this scientist over here.
Do you have news?
Okay, a female skeet, you say? Fascinating. I will commence analysis once I return to my lab. All results will be made available to the ICI. I'm not sure what the ICI is, probably just shorthand for whatever their intelligence committee, whatever it is, at the Royal Collegium. Okay, enjoy.
Well done. I will remember this.
Oh, sure you will.
If only I could have perused the Elder Cube's contents but for a moment. While Lady Zin's methods are questionable, I empathize with her loss. To have the cube so close, yet snatched away. Terrible. Regardless, a report has been compiled on the incident and is within the Enigma Chamber in Ilium.
Okay, so I guess that's her boss or something that isn't really happy with her. Well, too bad. Time to go to the surface now. Use the Elden teleporter, which is basically that. We'll go to the surface, and then I think this is the chain that's gonna lead you out of this starter zone and then go into the next region to continue questing, level 6 and beyond. So here I'm out, and if what they say is true, then the exiles have already landed on planet Nexus alongside us, the Dominion, and we are now gonna be going to sabotage their base before flying off to the next map. And this is where I'm going to stop for tonight. You guys have been streaming for about 2.5 hours tonight on Twitch, and I'm gonna go continue leveling on Rift Prime. So the next Twitch stream is gonna be on Friday for PvP Friday night fights, and maybe if possible, I'll probably jump into I don't know, either Elder Scrolls Online on Friday night to do some PvP there, Battlegrounds, or if I'm really lucky, I'll do some PvP here in Wildstar with Walatiki Temple and a bunch of stuff. But that all depends on time zone and in-game server population, because remember, it is almost midnight here for me, but it's only like morning for folks in the West. So population could be a different thing. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching tonight's side quest on Twitch for Wildstar. Really appreciate everybody's company and everybody for jumping in, and a big thank you to the new folks that joined the channel here tonight, Bam Master, as well as Bakila918, and everybody else that dropped by. You know, Suicide, Tom, Wigga, Nick, who else we got? TG Podcast and Third Letter. Thank you guys. Appreciate you guys jumping in. As far as Wildstar is concerned, look, most times I get the itch to jump back into old games that I've played before and games that I really like. And I just want to say, when it comes to Wildstar, There are many good things about this MMORPG that I really like, and I still do today, which is why I still have characters. I still come back once in a while just to see how the game is doing and everything. And again, depending on who you talk to, depending on what MMO news articles you read on different sites, people will tell you that the game is in maintenance mode, the game's gonna die, the game is dying, and all that. The old best way for you to judge is to jump in and see population for yourself. Like, I'm only in the starter zone, and maybe I'll play this guy casually and bring him out to like the level 15 main hub zones and see what population is like. But you know, I'm just happy that Wildstar is still around and still going. And yeah, I would love to see this game back in the spotlight the same way that Rift now is. You know, with the launch of the Rift Prime server, Rift is now popular again. Lots of people are back playing it. I want to see something similar happen to, you know, to Wildstar. Not necessarily a fresh start progression server, but it just needs a shot in the arm. You know, just to bring some old players back. And what can Carbine Studios and what can Antisoft do to turn this game around? And I don't know. I really don't know, because I've been away from this game for a long time. I'm not even exactly sure what the exact problems this game actually has, and for me to understand that, I may need to do another deep dive in here, spend 1-2 months playing the game like I usually do for my other reviews to find out exactly what kind of state it's at, especially at the higher levels. I don't have the time to do that right now. As you guys know, I'm leveling Rift, and that's going to be the next review that's coming out on YouTube. And after that, I've got a Blast Online, and then I've got the expansion for all the Elder Scrolls Online, so lots for me to do. But I'll keep Wildstar on my radar because it's a charming game. I have invested in it in the past, and I do like coming back once in a while. So I'll keep you guys updated through my Discord or social media whenever I'm going to be jumping into Wildstar again. So reading chat real quick here. Thriller says, see you later, dude. See you, man. Nick says, good night. GG, have fun. Thank you, Nick. Same to you. And Wigga says, good night. Thanks, Wigga. And enjoy your lunch coming up later for you. Again, thank you guys so much for jumping by, and I will see you guys Friday. Later all.